So you're telling me there's a chance?
Are you going to me?
I would certainly like to.
Hold it! Billy, I need your help, man. All right. Axel!
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the bomb bang bad boy himself, Big Red Nick Utown.
Yes, I'm here on a wonderful Thursday night with all of you wonderful people, and we got a bunch of things to talk about, so let's get into it.
Yes, we do. But first, before we start, let's say hello to American Ramrod coach, Kendo Slice.
Yes, I'm here, Jeff, on a lovely Thursday. Nice, mild day here in the Valley. I'm only clocked in at 1:11. I'm back for my SoCal sojourn, and as much as I don't want to praise California, I actually enjoyed my time in San Diego, and I finally got my David Beckham McDonald's cup, the only one I cared about getting. So,
It's not all gloom and doom in California. Sometimes it is all sunshine and rainbow, so I'm glad you had a good time, man. I still am, radioactive to the thought of going back there with the smog and the hippie butt stink and all that stuff. So I'm going to stay out of LA for life.
Hippie butt stink. I love that.
I will tell you, San Diego, I've been to LA technically twice at this point. Once where I actually spent some time there, and I'm just like, I can't do this ever again. And then I've thought about, maybe I can if it's things that I want to do. But then, like I told Nick last week, I'm like, I don't ever want to fucking go to Los Angeles or California again anytime soon from driving. And San Diego wasn't even that bad. I actually enjoyed it in San Diego, except for rush hour. And rush hour there is a different time. Apparently 3 o'clock in the afternoon is San Diego rush hour, and they crash into each other. It's like, as soon as it hits 3 o'clock, the highway becomes clogged, congested, and cars wrecked all over the fucking place. I'm like, is this a daily thing? And it was, while I was there, it was a daily thing. So you know what it is? A lot of Asians out there. So that's because it was San Diego was like a lot of white people and a lot of Asians. So I'm thinking that's probably the problem.
No, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. I think that's where all the Asians reside, is right there, so they can get all the. I'm not going to go into this.
No, you
just
can't, because that's
in the
why,
outfield and move on.
That's why I've got really good car insurance, because my wife drives, and she's So it's like I'm not going to ride with the Gecko or the Progressives anymore. Now that I'm a person that's got a wife that drives who is of the Asian persuasion, I'm going to get myself good insurance. So I went to State Farm, because I'm not plugging for them, but I'm like. Although their new commercials with Bon Jovi, that I'm having a hard time with, because I fucking Bon
Jovi. So I can't tolerate the goddamn Flow Progressive or We Are Farmers or Limu Emu, because I take care of mom these days, and all she watches is Pluto TV or whatever the TV has built into it. And I swear it's game show, fine. Then it's 6 insurance ads. They play them twice back to back, and then it's the game show, and then it's a different insurance company 6 times in a row.
Listen, I need to build the fucking ironclad router that I've built, and this way you don't have any commercials ever again for Pluto TV or Tubi.
The Limu Emu commercials, when it was just the Limu Emu and Doug, those were entertaining, but the Liberty Bibberty dude with the bubble and save, I'm like, I get that actors are stupid, because they are. And for some reason, people take advice from people that play pretend for a living, fucking dancing chimps. And that's where you're forming your opinion. And those aren't as entertaining. Yeah, that's their perfect example right there. Mark Ruffalo is a dancing fucking chimp. And he thinks his opinion matters. It doesn't. Neither does ours. Same thing, but we're not famous people that are coming to you, in the fallacious form of appeal to authority.
Yeah, there's no fellatio on this show, Kendo. Keep that.
Yeah, this is a non-fellatio show.
Yeah, we don't. That's not how we roll. All right, I don't know how to follow that one up. So, folks, tonight we have a very fun episode for you guys. The most rewatchable movies ever made. But we're not just going to talk. We have polls, we have games, we have stuff that we want to discuss with you guys to keep you on the loop. So tonight we have our first WCBS poll. You can vote right here. What is the most rewatchable film? So this is new for me to use it on StreamYard. So play along at home. We'll see how it goes, and you'll be able to watch the poll throughout tonight's episode. But we have a little bit of news. We have a couple things to talk about. Nick and I will be at Dragon Con in about a month and 2 weeks, right, Nick?
Yeah. About a month. Because unfortunately, I'll be out in California in a month.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's for my cousin's wedding. But we'll be at Dragon Con. I'll also be in Salem, Massachusetts for Halloween. If anybody's out there and wants to be a tour guide, I'll take that.
Well, folks, too, speaking of October, when Nick's in Salem, I'm going to be at this fan con for the Fans Fest or whatever with all these big comic artists and YouTubers and stuff. They put me on their list, and I'm there. So come hang out in October. It'll be the weekend before my birthday. What is that? The 16th and 17th. So come hang out with us there. At different parts of the country, you can hang out with WCBS. We're doing it as a staggered release until next year when we all get together. The final chapter, the search for
whenever we can get Ebony and Ivory here to align, when the Wonder Twin powers
go anywhere.
When the Wonder Twins powers can activate, then we can all get together and the world will come back. The world will come back together.
Form of bros. There we go.
Look, this year's a lot better. I have several travel things on the agenda. The problem is it's family and friend related stuff like a wedding. I've never been to Florida. I'm going to see Florida. I've never been to Florida, but I will be there twice in 2 weeks. I'm going for my buddy Brandon's wedding to Orlando in the middle of October, coming back and then around and flying back 2 weeks later because I'm taking Doof. Is it 2 or 3 weeks later? Taking Doof to Miami so we could go see NASCAR Championship weekend, like real rednecks.
Nice.
Nick and I have been to Florida twice in the last year and a half.
Holy shit, we have.
Yeah. We went to Horror Nights and we went to your birthday this year.
It's true.
I've never been to America's Johnson, but I'm going to. Like I said, I just think it's hilarious that in the span of I've never been in a span of 3 weeks. I'll be there twice. Kind of like I had never been to Las Vegas, and then I ended up here, and then over the span of 3 weeks, I ended up moving to this fucking place. So this one isn't as much of an ambush, but it just happens.
Buddy, at least you ended up in Vegas. I ended up in LA. So I was there. I'd never been there before. Stayed a month, moved out there, and then the pandemic happened. So,
and it was like North Korea.
Yeah,
except with weed.
Except with weed.
You could get everything. It was just 5 times more expensive. But folks, I've been through that journey. We're on the build to episode 500 of the show. I'm sure episode what? Can somebody tell me the California years? We'll package them together. We'll treat it like Saved by the Bell. The college years, we'll forget that they ever happened, and we'll just talk about the good shit.
I don't blame you, man. Yeah, especially being tied up there for during that time. Yeah,
I was never tied up, but there were other things. I was tied up in contracts.
Yeah.
Metaphorically speaking, you were tied up.
Yeah, I'm not into that stuff. Was it BTK? That guy? Not my cup of tea.
I thought you were going to say BDSM. Like, that's different, Jeff. That's different.
Not into that either. Sorry. Call me milquetoast.
The BTK was substantially different as well, too. He wasn't tying people up. Well, he was. Never mind.
Yeah. Folks, don't worry.
Wait, hold on. Kendo, since you're one of those people who love serial killers, how did he get caught? Please tell everybody how he got caught.
Number one, I wouldn't say that I love them. I just find that shit interesting. And yesterday, I actually watched the BTK daughter documentary deal.
Holy shit.
The last few days, I've been on a Netflix thing. I watched that. I watched the Times Square thing. I watched the one where the girl crashed the car in Ohio and killed her 2 friends.
Did you watch Maternal Instinct yet?
I did watch that because I told you that lady was crazy and their husband was a fucking moron. And then Small Town Murder, that podcast I really like, they have a Patreon that I actually do. And they did an episode about that. I listened to it at the gym the other day. And it was hilarious because he's talks about the guy. He's like, I took notes about each of the people to help me remember them as this was going on. And for the husband, I can't remember. I wrote hog farmer, idiot. I'm like, perfect, because that is exactly what it was. He was a hog catcher and idiot. Because I'm like, this guy is fucking stupid. How does he not realize, or he just didn't care? I don't know, but that one was depraved in all the wrong ways, and that her husband was a fucking Nimrod. And how did BTK get caught? Easy. He tried taunting the police by logging into a computer and sending them a floppy disk from his church.
Yep. You know, Kendo, I was a little concerned when you're talking about taking notes on a murder podcast. Folks, if Kendo just stops showing up on the show, you know what happened. Speaking of what happened, say hello to the one, the only America's stepdad, Mr. Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, Dad's proud of all of you. I love you. I missed you. How you guys doing? What's up?
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Touch your brother's heart. So, Dion, So, Dion, we were started off talking about the serial killer documentaries. Have you consumed any new ones lately?
Ooh, you know what? Not too lately. When Night Stalker just came out, what was that, last spring? Or maybe that might have been that might have been the fall before. So that was the big one that we were really into, the Night Stalker guy. Hillary and I have been picking at certain episodes of Mindhunters because I loved that show when it first came out. You know, that was an example of good Netflix. But yeah, we have not really gotten into recent stuff, man. We've just been kind of regurgitating the hits from the last decade or so and sticking with those guys, which, you know, kind of
sounds like Hollywood.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's their game plan too.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, it's working out so well for them. That's why Disney had to lay off 3,000 people.
Mm-hmm. And losing $100 million with Moana. Mm-hmm. That is crazy.
And I hope that it
ends the live action remakes.
I mean, we'll see.
Back-to-back failures, dude. 2 back-to-back multi-million-dollar failures.
Oh yeah, because of Moana and Grogu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
and then they lost money with Snow White.
Did you watch the video, Nick? I put out how much the Mandalorian 4K set is.
No, how much?
Now let me just we'll play the game. It is literally a standard steelbook. It comes with 2 aluminum posters and a paper sleeve that folds out. That's it. It's just those 2 discs.
All right.
If the regular edition is $44.99 steelbook, what is the deluxe edition? Beskar.
60.
Dion? Take a guess.
I'm gonna say, you know what? Knowing Disney, I'm gonna say they're making it $79.99.
Kendo?
$89.99 plus tax.
If you combined all of your prices, you still wouldn't be there. It's $219.
Motherfucker.
No way.
No, that is not.
What the fuck?
It could be a movie I really like that I still wouldn't spend $220 on it.
That's nuts.
I mean, it's got to be one of those Umbrella Entertainment bundle packs that you spend $200 on, where you get the poster, the action figure. It's on VHS in PAL and in NTSC, and then maybe I'll, that would justify it. But just for the steelbook of a shitty movie that nobody cared about, they really the new CEO they have is still just a jackass who doesn't know what's going on either. Who's running their numbers is doing a really terrible job.
Nick, just for context, the super mega 4K box set of the original Star Wars movies, all 9 with 27 discs, was $249 when it came out. So for an additional $29, you got all the Star Wars movies except Rogue One and Solo. But this thing is just the same steelbook. Yeah. It just comes in a big paper sleeve. They think the box is the selling point.
That's so nuts, dude. That is so fucking nuts.
That reminds me of the James Bond game that came out a few months ago. When somebody unboxed that and it looked like it had the golden gun in it, but it was just a plastic insert. It looked like shit, and I was like, what the hell? I don't know. I remember when Call of Duty shit would come out and it was awesome. You got night vision goggles, remote control car with camera, fucking drone and everything. You got some really fun shit. But nowadays they're just okay, they'll take whatever. It's we We need to be more mindful with our money and stop giving it to these jackasses.
You're preaching to the choir, man. I am very picky. Like, I've
100%
seen people going on about this damn Halo remake, and have you been following that?
A little bit. I thought about getting it, but then I'm just like, I have it on my Master Chief collection, so like, why would I need another version of it?
It comes to Game Pass next week, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. But
yeah,
I would really like to stop having things from my childhood constantly brought back. Like everybody else thinks it would be so great to like live in this state of nothing new. Hey, when they've remade the same shit 5 times now, I'm kind of tired of it. So Halo.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, and also the problem is you have people who are just these like really idiot diehard fans. Whenever anything says Star Wars or Star Trek or Lord of the Rings, they just like run to it like a moth to a flame, and they get set on fire, hopefully, and then they just like will defend it to the ends of the earth, like it's like it's their firstborn child or something. It's like, just stop giving it money, stop tweeting about it, stop talking about it, stop doing all the things about it, and eventually they'll get the idea, and just maybe they won't. It's Hollywood, they won't get an idea. At some point maybe they'll grow a couple of brain cells that'll fight for third place, and not do it again for a while.
Well, we keep watching.
Let me know when you think that's going to happen. Learning is not Hollywood's thing, right?
Let's see. It'll be a
Double
quarter.
triple down.
It'll be a quarter to next millennium is when it's going to happen.
Yep.
35.
There you go.
Yeah. So, folks, we have a word of the day brought to you by Shrubbles 08. Dion, you might want to go get another beer, buddy, because I'm sorry, but we have to watch everyone's favorite episode of Family Guy right now. So, folks, thank you. You know what happens on WCBS when you send in the yellow button.
Peter. The horse is here.
Hello, Dion.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Now, nightmare fuel aside, the word of the day is Odyssey. So let's read Shrubbles 08's words. Movie titles. We have Freddy Got Odysseyed, 1,000 Odysseys. This is a pretty good one. 1,000 Odysseys Under the Sea, Gandhi's Odyssey, Star Odyssey, Twister's Odyssey, Elliot Page's Odyssey, and my black ass presents Termadion Odyssey.
Jeez.
I like Termadion.
That's pretty good. I can dig that one.
By the way, I still cannot get a seat for that movie at all. Anyway,
really?
Yeah, no, because like there's one IMAX near me to the Mall of Georgia. It's like 20 or 30 minutes away. I looked today, and I looked for Monday. Monday, there's like one seat, but it's like all the way in the front against the screen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now you got me looking just out of curiosity, because I mean,
yeah, we got ours like the day before for Sunday. Yeah, I mean, our IMAX packed up quick.
Yeah, I know there is an IMAX at the Chattanooga Aquarium, but that's like general admission, which means you don't get to pick your seat. You got to be there like an hour and a half beforehand, stand in the line, pee in a bottle, and then hopefully you can get a seat like that's decent.
I'm glad I have no interest in seeing that movie.
Yeah, so I mean, it's because it's still crazy out here. It's still crazy out here.
Let's see. I'm just curious. Are there tickets by me? Because I have wow. So they're not the greatest seats, but my IMAX has the whole front theater's open, and then in the back there's 10 seats. I could go see this right now if I wanted to. Maybe you want to have some.
All right, I'm gonna play this game too. Can I get tickets to go to the Odyssey? Come on, Galaxy Theater.
Well, while you're looking that up, let's give some Odyssey titles like Mortal Odyssey. That'll be
Mortal Odyssey.
12 Angry Odysseys.
12 Angry Odysseys.
There is a shitload of available seats to go see the Odyssey at the local theater here at the Galaxy Theater at the Cannery. So I could go up once. I'm not interested in it. I wouldn't have been. It has nothing to do with any of the controversies, if you want to say it that way. Like Sydney Sweeney could play Helen of Troy. I still am not interested in seeing that movie.
Listen, the Giants were correct proportions, so yeah, I thought it was great. The Giants were right. It would have been bullshit, dog.
Now, Dion, when I come visit next week, we should have a couple of drinks or whatever and watch that 97 Odyssey when everybody's falling asleep. And we can just be like, yeah, man, remember what made for... Because folks, Dion and I have this really time-honored tradition where we just watch made-for-TV movies. It doesn't matter if it's like good or bad, if it's a made-for-TV... What was that one we said? There was one specific one we watched. It was like 3 hours long, and it was excellent. We got to look it up again.
Watch Atomic Train.
Okay.
we watched the big earthquake one that NBC did that had a stacked fucking cast. That one it had some shitty moments, but it had it was a young Jennifer Gardner and Tom Atkins was the fire chief.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Tom Atkins is always a good choice.
Charles Dutton was in it.
Jeez,
it was a stacked fucking. It was a nice little TV movie.
Now, as a spoiler for later, folks, Tom Atkins appears in one of our most rewatchable films. I think Nick knows.
Oh, God.
But we'll get to that a little later. So let's just give a couple more Odyssey titles to our pal Shrubbles08. How about Pokemon, the first Odyssey?
There you go. Hot Tub Odyssey Machine.
That works.
The Naked Odyssey.
That still works.
That really works.
Yeah, right?
Naked Odyssey sounds
Dynamite.
Yeah, Naked Odyssey sounds like a late night Skinamax movie.
Starring Julie Strain.
Check it out.
Let's watch Boss Odyssey when we're at it, guys.
There you go. It's actually a good movie.
Shout out to Paul in the chat. 2001: A Space Tug. I don't know why, but that just caught my attention.
That's a good one.
Probably better than the actual one.
Oh God! I mean, I like visually 2001: A Space Odyssey is nice, but like, just it takes too fucking long to get anything going.
I get it. The pacing's not great.
Nothing. What are you talking about? Get anything going? Nothing happens in that movie. Nothing gets going.
You're right. That's why I like.
I'm scared.
That's why I like 2010 First Contact, because there's a lot more action in that one.
It's got Roy Scheider. That's why you like it.
And Helen.
Helen Mirren, is she in that one?
Yeah, she's in that. She plays like a Russian cosmonaut.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we have an alternate word of the day. I guess it's tug, because somebody said something about Russell Crowe around the world. Oh, tugga. It's a great episode.
Floating around the world.
Hey, Dion, I have an announcement for some people. They might have a chance to see Terminegro early next year. So just throwing that out there.
So.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The people deserve it. The people need it.
Yeah, they got to help us make it happen. But Terminegro and a couple other of our characters might show up in a new medium soon. So folks, check out what we're doing. Also, our friend Jim Sterling and a Mankini, thank you, sends an alternative word of the day. Tug. Demolition Tug. The Big Tug. Lethal Tug. Boy Tug's World. Logan's Tug. 28 tugs later, and the man who tugged too much.
You only tug twice.
Yeah.
Only tug twice. Then you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Dr. Strange how I had to stop worrying and
the tug is not enough.
But it's such a perfect place to start, Kendo.
Oh God. Honor Majesty's Secret Tug.
Yeah.
Tug finger.
Tug raker. Octo tug. Tug pussy.
Did we do this guy who tugged me?
For your tug only.
Tomorrow never tugs.
Tomorrow never tugs.
Thunder tug.
Jim,
from Russia with
that was
tug.
for you. From Russia with tug is there. That's the official. Oh, thank you guys so much for making us laugh. It's been a good day here at headquarters of WCBS, but doing the show is always the highlight of the day. We have Superman 4: The Quest for Tug.
The quest for yes. No, nobody can tug Superman except somebody from Krypton.
Yeah. Don't tug. You can only tug on his cape.
You only tug on his cape.
Yeah. Or you'd have to use a kryptonite or a kryptonite glove, and that would kill him.
That'd kill him. So, our friend Proper Justin, thank you very much for your generous super chat. Now, Proper, I'm going to read this, but we are going to talk about our most rewatchable movies right after we talk about one news segment. So, should we wait to read it as soon as we get to the rewatchable stuff so we can bounce off of that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Proper, we see you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Yes.
We'll get right to you. So, folks, just one thing of news, I guess. Kendo and I were talking off air about the new season of King of the Hill. Now, Kendo, you are further along than I am, but you seem very into it. What do you think?
I'm 10
overall?
minutes away from being done.
So
it's better than last season. Right? Yeah, definitely. It's a lot better than last season. Like I said, last season wasn't a real high bar because while it was watchable, it wasn't rewatchable. Theme of the night. This one is, though. There's been a few episodes where I'm like, enjoying, like the first episode, the Bobby and Connie make it official episode. I'm like, dude, if this entire season is just about them and their relationship the whole time, I'm going to probably not finish watching it. And I won't cancel Hulu because then the kid loses Disney and then I'll hear about Toy Story and I don't want to. So I kept it going. Like I literally, 9 o'clock this morning, I started watching it. I was watching it. Got all the way up, like I said, 10 minutes away from being done with it. The last episode, I'm like, I don't want to do the podcast right now. I want to see how this ends because the last episode is actually pretty good. It kind of gives you what, at least so far, is what has happened to why Hank isn't working for Strickland Propene anymore because, they didn't get exploded. Thank you, Flying Hawaiian. But, yeah, it's been decent so far. Like, I don't like that. This is nitpicking that in the description of the episode, they refer to them as the Alley Gang. I don't like that. For some reason, that just pisses me off. I'm like, you're not the Alley Guys or the Alley Gang. It's Hank and the dudes or Hank and the guys. Stop that. But the episode where they find a Civil War cannon was actually very humorous. It was like an old episode. And what ends up happening in that episode, I actually extremely humorous because Big Tex does make an appearance. And overall, the season's been pretty good. Is it as good as the first 13 seasons of King of the Hill? Not at all. It is the 14th best season of the 15 that we've been given from King of the Hill because you're not going to beat the first 13. But of this new adaptational rebooty thing, this one is better than the last one. And I enjoyed it. It's been pretty good. There's an episode that's got a Min and Peggy storyline, kind of like before. Like they've got the whole, everybody's got something going on. They bounce around, but it works. And it's pretty good. The marriage retreat one was actually pretty entertaining, especially since Dale and Nancy were the ones that were running the retreat because their marriage is so good. The Toby Huss doing Dale's voice is not as jarring in this season. I don't know if it's because he got better and practiced, or if it's because during last season you went from Johnny Hardwick to Toby Huss and it throws you for a loop. This one it doesn't sound like somebody doing an impersonation of Dale Gribble. It sounds like Dale Gribble is 10 years older and a lot of those Manitobas have caught up with his voice. So that checks. Khan's voice, the fact that they had to get rid of, I think it was Toby Huss that did it, right? He can't do it anymore, and they had to get somebody else that's actually Laotian to do it. It doesn't fit. I don't know. It's just something about it, the mannerisms, the character, that still is not working for me. That's like my only gripe. And they make fun of cooking shows, which is interesting. It was actually a pretty funny episode that they make fun of cooking shows and being staged, but some of them are still pretty good to watch.
See, I'm with you 100% on the voices. It throws me off because, look, I don't care. If a voice actor is a voice actor, I want it. It goes hand in hand. You got to sound like it. But Ted Supernussenphone used to have a great voice. They got rid of it, and now he just sounds like anybody else. Khan just sounds like anybody else.
But he's only been in it once this season.
But also too, I miss Cotton. I know he died in the old series, but the more I go back or more I'm watching this, I go, you need Khan, you need Dee Dee, and I like the new stuff pretty much, but it falls short of what the old stuff is. And I'll just make a personal note. I don't really enjoy watching the fictional characters get old because, like, they're cartoons. Beavis and Butthead, they brought them back. They kept them relevant and topical, and they do like a joke where it's like if they actually age versus how old they'd be in the modern time. And I like that. But I don't care about Bobby and Connie's relationship. I don't care about Peggy getting menopause. But everything with Hank is thumbs up for me, and I'm happy with it. It's, believe me, it's not bad by any stretch, but I'll finish it.
I did think the Peggy menopause stuff was actually kind of funny, only because in order to make her menopause better, Hank has to go and buy weed. And as soon as like Nancy even suggested the idea that she needs to smoke weed, I'm like, you can't do that in Texas. It's not legal in Texas. I've driven through all that area numerous enough times, and he's going to New Mexico. And the very next scene, it shows him. It says, "Welcome to New Mexico, land of enchantment." And he's like, "I feel dirty already." I'm like, God damn it, it works, because I did too. I hated leaving Texas and driving into New Mexico, and I lived there. So it was like my happiest times of ever driving home is always seeing that "Welcome to Texas" sign, and then the "Welcome to Oklahoma" sign is a bit of a downer, or "Welcome to New Mexico." Although the sign doesn't look like, it depends on where he drove across the border in New Mexico. It's much different if you do it on 40.
Well, he would have got a better deal if he shopped in Michigan. That's where the nation's got its cheapest green at. So.
Yeah. They tried to raise the tax, and everybody got pissed, and they backed down.
Listen, I bought it from some Native Americans a few months ago, and it was expensive as shit. I was not very happy.
Yeah,
it was funny.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
The scene where he goes and buys it, and he's like trying to describe what he needs it for without saying, because he won't say menopause. The dude that's like selling him the weeds, like, I get it, man. I'm on the spectrum too.
That was a funny one, man. I do like seeing Hank try to acclimate to the modern world. So I do like too that they didn't really age his model up. Like he's got lighter hair and a couple lines, and it's still Hank Hill. So
yeah,
I do like that. So folks, next Wednesday I'll have a bonus live show. I'm gonna go see Spidey, so we'll have some fun. You can ask me how it is, good or bad. We're not gonna do a Comic-Con special this year because it would just be me talking about toys I want to buy for 3 hours, and I don't know if that'll be a good stream or not. So
I don't know, man. The toy stuff hits all the time. I'm just saying.
Whether it's the shit that won't sell that ends up at Ollie's, or the stuff that's at Comic-Con that you can get for a limited time only for $4.
Yeah, or you have to fight off other nerds to get things like that. So
I'll lay the smackdown on some good deals. Don't worry. People want to fight me over a statue? No, don't. I'll throw you out of. When I was a kid, I wanted to ride this train at Choo Choo's, and this one kid like ran in front of me and took the front spot. So I just picked him up and threw him out of the train. That was like the first time I ever got in trouble as a kid. I just tossed the kid. I was like, get out of my way. So if I'll do that at 5, I'll do it at 37 if you try to take something.
All I'm picturing, I don't know why this popped into my head, but Liam Neeson in Darkman, where like the guy pokes him and then he goes, and like bends his finger. I just imagine like Jeff hulking out, being like, no, and tossing the kid behind him.
Yep,
I was just thinking of it was Epic Rugby Kid just fucking running over those fucking kids. I saw that, except for he picked them, just fucking hurled them.
That was me. I was that big.
Jeff Smash.
So my mom has this book that like tracked your size, and in kindergarten I was 5 feet tall, 101
Holy
pounds.
Shit.
So yeah, I was taller than my teacher.
The teacher was probably like, how many times have you been held back, Jeffrey? None.
No, the teacher was like, what fucking X-Man am I teaching how to read and write right now? What the fuck is this?
Did your mom
Jeff is the reason why they don't take just birth certificates anymore.
Jeff's kindergarten teacher was like, damn, writing on the desk, this kid might start eating the desk. What the fuck? Why is this kid so huge?
Were you born near a nuclear missile silo? Like, what happened?
They're not throwing corn in that thing there, Nick. Folks, I will tell you the tales of my giant childhood very soon through Toys and Collectibles. We'll start with Pee Wee Herman. Any other news I missed this week? I've just kept my head down. I'm working on stuff. So
there was one really odd thing I heard that pissed me off. It was apparently this guy like got a new LG monitor for his Windows 11 computer, and he plugged it in, and then for some reason, because Windows 11 found out it was an LG monitor, it downloaded like adware on his computer and started getting ads just on his LG monitor. And there's like he had two monitors, it was only getting ads on that one monitor. So he didn't know what the hell was happening, and he had to go in and like figure it out and like he turned it off. So that was something that I kept hearing about, and I was like, that's bullshit. This like putting ads on everything is like really got to stop.
Damn,
dude, I gotta tell you, man, AdBlock Plus that I installed like 15 years ago on this browser has never stopped working. Like it updates, and like it's weird because I'm on Google Chrome. I can't get a single YouTube ad. I can't get anything on this. When I watch Tubi, it just plays it right through. So
no. Like I was telling you guys before we started, like during the show, I was like, I built my own router recently, and I've just been modifying it and just like putting all the crap on it so it blocks everything. And I finally got to a point now where like some things are not working, and I have to go through and like uncheck things and make sure certain things come through. So like I'm right there. Like I'm to the point now where like I'm getting 0 ads across everything in my place.
That's how it should be. I saw they're trying to introduce gaming ads with like free to play stuff, like the new James Bond game. They're thinking about putting ads on that and making it free to play. So
yeah.
Well, EA just got busted for trying to add the microtransactions to NCAA 27. So you guys are not far from the future at all, because they were gonna absolutely not demolish the game, but they were gonna be a shit ton of microtransactions in that game, and people started. They obviously EA went through another thing, and they've lightly backtracked. But listen, y'all are not. Ads and microtransactions and pay to play shit is gonna be a huge thing going forward, just in general with technology. Because even EA knows that they're they don't have the best reputation, but they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna keep doing shit like this, And they when we talk about Hollywood, EA ain't learning a damn thing.
No, they destroyed Madden, they destroyed FIFA, they destroyed NHL over that shit, and they brought back college football, and I bought the first one. I'm like, perfect. And the next one came out. I'm like, I'm not upgrading yet. I'll wait a couple years so they, get more of the kinks worked out. And then this came out. I'm like, I ain't never buying another one. I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to get on my PlayStation 2 and play NCAA, football 2006. That was like the best one.
Yeah, it's gaming. Yeah, gaming's just like, I love how every couple of days PlayStation keeps screwing themselves over and over again. And,
they're using bots to like defend their choices.
Yep.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah, it's terrible, but this is where we are now. This is what we're living in. So
well, like I tell everybody, I skipped the PS5 because I just wasn't interested. So skipping the 6 isn't even a political statement. It's just, I'm okay without it.
Yeah, I mean, when consoles, because of these companies, all these companies who are making the consoles are investing in AI, therefore making it expensive for everybody, and the consoles have jumped from like $400 or $500 to like starting at $1,000 for a console. It's like, no, thank you, absolutely not.
Yeah, because the games aren't worth it, dude.
Yeah, I agree. And then all that's going to happen is, we're going to go from $60 games to $80 games for the console that costs $1,000. Unfinished $80 games, and then they're going to be like, well, the game's in $8.5K now, so you got to pay more for it. It's like, no, fuck you. I'm tired of this shit.
Dude, video games are so over-engineered. I've been trying to play that Cyberpunk 2077, and I was into it, and then I had to restart it because my save got corrupted. Like I tweeted about it the other day, folks. I went to play it, and all of a sudden, the controls just weren't working. Like you couldn't press X to get in the car, and it was super delayed. I just said, fuck it, and I restarted the game. No more problems. But I was enjoying it. I was really getting into the story. And then it was like an hour and 10 minutes of cutscenes. And I had to just keep hitting skip. I got to a point where I didn't even listen to the story anymore. And then that was so long that I just said, fuck it. And I don't want to sit and watch a movie. If I want to watch a movie, I'll watch a movie. If I want to play a game, I want to play something. And I get that people like story-based RPGs. Lots of people do. I like games that are skill-based. I want to play something that's challenging, not I went on an emotional journey with some digital characters. Like I don't relate to that. Like Zelda is a different thing because I feel like I'm on the quest with the character. because the Zelda cutscenes are paced right, but this one was just far too much. And like, it's a first person, whatever. Same with Call of Duty, their cutscenes are too long, and Wolfenstein, all these like, and that's where the money goes into because they have to create the assets, light it, voice acting, motion capture. I don't want that in my games. I'm playing this game called Roller Drome. It's like a 10 out of 10. It's just this little chick that flips around on roller skates and shoots people. I'm loving it. And I'm embarrassed to say this, but Xbox gave me this game. It's like an anime-based game where you're a girl that drives a train car, but the train car plays like it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and you do all these flips and shit. It's like, Dion, your kids would love it because it's actually really fun. I thought it was going to be bullshit because it had some like message about the environment. I'm like, this is going to be lame. And then the game's awesome. So
you had me at flips and
better
shit.
stuff out there. Yeah. Hey, it's actually way better than you think. But yeah, Nick, I see all this stuff, and the PlayStation just puts their foot in their mouth every day. So
no. Like I'm glad I stopped at the PS4 Pro. I'm like, I have that, and then that's gonna be the last one I buy. I'll probably the only and even the Xbox are gonna be the last console I buy because I don't think I'll buy one for a while. Because it's getting too expensive and they want too much money, and it's all going to shit. And it's really, I mean, I'm sure like GTA has made their money with GTA 6 and the pre-orders and everything. I'm sure they've made more than their money, but I think that's going to be a shit show when that all happens as well too. And
I kind of hope it is just for laughs.
Because like people are not going to be able to download things fast enough for everybody who's buying it. If the servers can keep up day one at like 12:01 a.m. whenever like it all comes online, I'll be really impressed. I'll be incredibly impressed if that happens. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
GTA has sold $260 million in pre-orders in just the 1 week, and that was 7 days ago.
Jeez.
Anybody here pre-order it in the chat? Let us know.
Yeah.
We're not gonna judge.
Also, let us know what's the point of pre-ordering a digital only game? Like, I don't. They're not only many.
There was somebody who apparently pre-ordered, I think $50,000 worth of them, and then put some of that on eBay to sell.
God, I hope he fucking lost his ass, or he was just one of those people with fuck you money that.
But then I saw another screenshot of like people bidding on it and like the bid going up. So like.
Sucker born every minute, man. Sucker born.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. The sucker born every minute. I'm just like, Jesus, these people.
How the pre-ordering thing? I mean, it's the companies are buying some of that. I mean, that they do that. But how?
Of course.
People are still getting pre-orders, especially for like you said, Kendo, a digital. Get the fuck out of here. That's so crazy.
If it was there's only like 1 million pre-orders available or 2 million pre-orders available, and you had this code. The game comes out on November 15th, but you can play it starting like October 30th. I can kind of see that. Like if you get in the queue and you get your pre-order and you got it, you got your code, your unique code, and it will work before, the game comes out and you get like a free cup, you get 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ahead of everybody. Sure, I can understand that. And if it means that much to you to fucking buy one that was being scalped to you on eBay, sure, it's your money, do whatever the hell you want with it. But that's not even what it's for. It's just a code to download it at midnight of the day that it comes out. It's like, why would you could just go on there and do it. I mean, granted, the servers are gonna be slammed, to shit. So it's good luck,
yeah.
But
yeah.
But sure as hell, they're going to release a physical release in like a year with a map and all this other crap. They want you to double dip.
The Game of the Year edition.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
GTA 5 is the most double dipped game ever.
It was more than double dipped, Jeff. It was like quintuple dipped.
Okay, fine. I double dipped because I got it from the Xbox, and then my Xbox was stolen, so I bought it for PS4. But that was it. It's a good game, but they just waited too long to release a follow-up, so I'm kind of over it.
Well, the thing I love is that the AI that they're like bowing down to is also like kind of feeling their demise because there's a lot of people who are making emulators for a lot of the PlayStation games, and I think because a lot of people are using AI to code the stuff and helping them code, they're able to get like PS5 games to load on emulation right now because of that.
I saw that.
I think it's fucking hilarious that that's happening because everybody's using AI to like help them code this stuff. So it's happening like really fast now.
Dude, emulators are my go-to right now, man. Like I'm going to a buddy's house on Saturday. our game plan is to get together for breakfast, and then I got all the shit loaded up on this PC. We're going to be playing N64, all emulated. We're going to play PS1 and PS2 stuff, all emulated. And then if we move to newer consoles, we'll play it on the systems. But, dude, this PC can run that old shit, obviously, in 4K. It upscales the textures. The resolution is clear. It's like having your old favorite game with a new coat of paint, and those old games have those old memories and those old feelings. And so, hey, it might be a 26-year-old version of SmackDown, but when I turn that first SmackDown game on, I'm 12 years old, and it looks awesome on a giant TV. So 2K26 can't replicate that.
I think that's what's going to happen. You're going to see a large amount of people who emulate. You're going to see a lot of people who will like buy things off eBay, and like older games where they still on the disc and they still have their console and it still works. They'll go with the disc option, but I think emulation is going to be a big thing in the future because, yeah, it just seems like it's way easier and it's the way to go. Than having your game deleted off of the network or something like that because they lost the rights to it or some shit, and you lost your the money you paid for it, especially along with the time you put into it and everything else. Like, you're gonna see that happen for sure.
Folks, let us know your opinions on gaming down in the chat below. We're going to be checking in with you guys all night long, but we have some fun things to play tonight. It's not really a game. It's more just like, hey, we're going to go down and talk about some of our most rewatchable films of all time. Now, folks at home, I want you to send in your titles as well. I'm taking it a little differently. I brought out some physical media releases of some of my most rewatchable films, so we'll make this fun. And I didn't always pick the usual, like Star Wars. I've seen that movie. Dion, do you think it's crazy to say I've seen the original Star Wars like 400 times?
That's not crazy at all, dude.
I was gonna say 5. I think I've watched it closer to 500.
More about to say 400 is rookie numbers.
Yeah, I think I think I know one of Jeff's rewatches for sure.
Oh, you here's the thing. You have watched 3 of them with me for sure.
Yeah.
But let me check in with the audience real quick before we use our super chat from Proper to get us moving. Overkill says Tugboat Theater presents Master and Tugger of the Far Side of the Hand. 30,000 tugs under the sea. Ghost Tug and the Poseidon Tug Venture. Is it Ghost Tug like a stranger?
Yeah. That's
very similar. Yeah. A little colder, but very similar.
That's what Dan Aykroyd was getting in Ghostbusters.
No tug for old men.
No tug for old men.
No tug for old.
Rambo First Tug Part 2.
Yeah. My favorite X-Men villain, the Tuggernaut.
Yeah. Hey, that's isn't that the nickname for our favorite actor? You know, the star of what should have won. Yeah, the Tuggernaut, baby.
I'm a Tuggernaut, bitch.
Tug Speedman, baby. The one and only.
Tug Speedman.
Scorcher 6. Who left the fridge open? God, I love Tropic Thunder. That's an 11. That's a rewatchable film.
Oh, God,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We just rewatched it over on this side of the state line.
Yeah, we're close. We're only a state away, buddy. In about a week or so, actually less. Well, a week and a day, we'll be hanging out, getting ready for the slam of the summer. Ugh. But let's give a number 6 button to our friend Overkill.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Oh my God! Einhorn is a man.
You ain't doing that shit again.
No.
Make that joke no more. We're just back to coming around to colored faces being funny again.
Yeah, like a Scary Movie 6 or whatever did really well.
People started
all right,
to realize
guys.
that can be funny.
Scary Movie 6 was pretty fun, Nick. I'm glad the Wayans made a comeback.
Oh, same.
So, Justin Proper, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. Proper says, Back to the Future, all 3 of them. Most rewatchable film? After the super chat, this conversation is to be over. End of story. Goodbye. The end. Any challengers, real ones? I'll wait. Well, Proper.
You don't have to wait long.
Yeah, we're ready to start now. I didn't include Back to the Future on my list because I wanted to give a couple that I don't talk about. Everybody knows that Back to the Future is tied for my favorite. It lives right there with Star Wars and Beverly Hills Cop. So Back to the Future is perfect in every way. I've been to a couple of the filming locations, and if you ever want us to talk about Back to the Future, you know what to do. I literally never get tired of that movie. So that is already rewatchable for all of us, correct?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%.
All right, so this is literally just an excuse for me to show something from the shelf. So my number one rewatchable movie, or at least the first one I want to talk about tonight, is obviously Beverly Hills Cop. But I just wanted to pull out the Laserdisc just to show it off. This is an extended play Laserdisc from 1985. So I even have the plastic in the sleeve still. Yeah, I'm never gonna watch this, but I got it on this.
I think my aunt has a Laserdisc. I can bring up to you if she still got it. I'll bring it to you.
Dude, I have so many Laserdiscs back there. I got James Bond Laserdiscs.
Yeah,
all the
my aunt has a Laserdisc player. I think I can get from her that she doesn't use anymore and give it to you.
Yes. Now, if only you could set me up with somebody who has a 35 millimeter film reel, then I'll be really set, Nick. Because I'll just sit here in front of the light and look at the frames and go, "Oh, that Axel." Oh God. Sorry. This one just caught me. Avengers Doom Tug.
I don't know, man. Like, God, I like that one. That one gets me because I do love that Disney couldn't reserve the IMAX theaters like early enough, and Dune was like, "Fuck you," and now they're like Imagine Vision or whatever bullshit that they've come up with.
Yeah. Oh, Infinity Vision.
Vision. Thank you.
Hold on. You know what? Since you brought it up, it's in the news. The IMAX CEO isn't buying Disney's Infinity Vision pitch for Avengers Doomsday. It's just marketing. So, two of the holiday season's biggest releases, Dune Part 3 and Avengers Doomsday, are on a collision course of Barbenheimer, come December 18th. But the IMAX CEO, Rich Gelfond, thinks Dune already has the upper hand. The third installment of the Denis Villeneuve series has already secured IMAX and IMAX 70mm screens for opening weekend, leaving Marvel's Doomsday, which will bring back MCU Phase 1 characters, out in the cold. Though Doomsday fans won't be able to see the movie in IMAX, Disney announced its own large format, high fidelity option in April, Infinity Vision, which gives non-IMAX theaters the premium large format screens technical seal of approval. The website declares and describes it as a certification that will guarantee moviegoers an exceptional film presentation. This includes big screens with bright images, outstanding sound, and the website states, when you see Infinity Vision badges, you know you're in for an incredible theater experience. But the CEO of IMAX says it's not a new technology advance in any way. It's a marketing initiative because Disney could not play Avengers IMAX because we had committed to Dune Part 3. Disney really wanted to figure out a way that could make it to the audience, so they created this initiative, he added. It's not going to open an additional projection system. It's not going to add any special look or feel to the film in a way to market the Avengers. We'll find out if it works or not. Disney refused to respond for requests for comment.
Oh, God. Well, I mean,
that's so funny. They really are. This is truly them trying to call the Avengers of their fan base to come and watch this movie. That is the funniest damn thing. Because even when we watched the trailer, Devin was like, "What's Infinity Vision?" And Hillary and I were really like, "Probably just some bullshit." I didn't know how accurate that was.
It was even a thing that they did a few months ago. That I think at the beginning of the year or the end of last year, whenever we saw some images from Infinity War. I'm sorry, not Infinity War. Doomsday, whatever. Like, it was a thing, and people were laughing at it because he's like, "Oh, it's a real thing." But like then we realized that Dune 3, which is like, I love the Dune movies. I thought they were really, really well done, and I like them. I would rather watch them in the scope of IMAX than fucking Avengers Doomsday. But also, like, I just heard that there was a pre-order of $16.5 million worth of tickets for Doomsday. So I don't know.
Well, you got to remember, it's going to make bank its opening weekend. It's going to do well over the Christmas season. But the big picture is this. First off, Disney has essentially said they don't care about this movie being a hit. This is to reignite interest in the MCU and hope that people go see Secret Wars. So if that's their case already, it sounds like they're just throwing anything out there to get people hyped again, which is bad, because if you're just going to waste our time and our money, why do you expect us to go like, "Oh, guys, the next one's really where it's going to be great," just because they can get it in IMAX this time? So I don't think that's a good sign.
It just seems like a giant tug job.
It is. Well, that you don't get to finish.
It is. Make no mistake. It is. This is, and that's why it is just so funny that this Infinity Vision thing, because they are, I'm of the effect, especially after seeing the trailer, this is, like you said, obviously to steer the ship back toward Secret Wars. But dude, this I think this is gonna prove the point I started making when the whole franchise took a nosedive after Infinity War. This is gonna prove that all that shit was on purpose. Forget the super tinfoil shit. They were half-assing this franchise. They wanted to rush them out, and they wanted to play the internet politics game. They wanted to, have it to where the hype of the movie was what brought in the money, and the movie itself can be shitty. And then they waited too damn long to start making them good again. And they are literally setting up the fucking Avengers signal to all the fucking Marvel fans for the end of the year. Please come see this movie. We spent a lot of money. It's probably going to get leaked. This shit was like almost like $500 million. We need you guys to come see this. They're trying to tug us off. And I'm laughing the doomsday clock, the little interview that RDJ did at one of the festivals last week or the week before. He was kind of like, well, we're all kind of, he gave the Stranger Things answer to a question where he was saying something to the effect of like, we're all kind of, worried that, it might not be taken as good as it is type shit. And it's like, yo, they told the Russos, make it good. Just make it good. How many writers do you need? And it's going to prove that this is all on fucking purpose. They know when to make a good movie. All this other shit was bad on purpose. They screwed Black Widow over on purpose. The Marvels were bad on purpose. And now, where have they found themselves, boys? Coming back to us for the old tug and rub.
Yeah, but also I feel like, yeah, I mean, we know they've done numbers, and the YouTube trailer's done really well, but I feel like that's just bots and things that they could have hired to do that. I mean, they've done it before. We've heard about the Rotten Tomatoes stuff that leaked a couple of years ago about like the reviews and all the stuff like that they were doing, for that stuff. Like we know that they have the power to fake those things. But if the rumors are true, we'll find out weekend of. But I really would love, nothing would make my heart happier this Christmas than to see the second weekend being a 60+% drop off in ticket sales and attendance. I would love to see that. If all of a sudden everyone just like rushes to the theater to watch it, and they'll all get on their phones and do their car reviews and get on the internets and the Googles and the TikToks and be like, this is crap, don't see it, because I will laugh my fucking ass off.
I just love
it's
that
possible.
Dune is that big of a deal. Like, see, I don't really have a stake in Dune's success, but what I like is that the big company has a big competitor. They can't pull bullshit anymore. So hopefully they go,
it's true.
If we want to be the main event, if we want to be the focus of, everybody's holiday season, we have to deliver. And delivering doesn't mean recognizability. I've been saying this for a year now on the channel. Recognizability does not equal a good story. The Mario movie, the first one, I thought had a good story because it added depth to a video game. Like Mario had aspirations to be this plumber with his white glove service and all this bullshit. I thought it was like surprisingly deep for a Nintendo movie. But then the next one is just like, hey, it's the Pikmin. Hey, it's this. Hey, it's that. And they don't do anything. They just show up. And that's so many movies, like with Star Wars, The Mandalorian. There really isn't much of a story. It's like, hey, look, an X-Wing. Hey, look, it's that character from a Ralph McQuarrie painting. Hey, look, it's the guy from Rebels. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. And most people didn't. And that's why it failed. Disney they have spent so much money to collect IP, like your nerdiest guy who has a shelf full of shit behind him. And they think that that's enough that people are going to go, oh my God, they have Beast and Cyclops fight a Sentinel with Shang-Chi. Like, okay, that doesn't sound that cool. And it's the age of Marvel's over. I'm going to guess this now. This will be the least grossing Avengers movie of the last three. Like this will not make 8. Dude, here's the thing. First one made 1.4 or 1.5 billion. Second one made 1.4. Then the next one made in the 2s, and the last one made even more than that. I think they're going to fall below the 2 billion mark, but it's going to cross into the billion. It's going to be like Avengers 1 numbers. That's my guess.
Okay. I'm hoping for like just shy of 1 billion, because then they'll really be like, oh fuck, we fucked up, because like that'll really show them. Because I mean, they've been like, Disney's been struggling this whole year. The beginning of the year, I remember hearing in January, just for the parks, they were doing a whole thing. It's like, if you make your vacation in 6 months, we'll give you like 2 days free at like the hotel and like some snackies or whatever for the kids. They were doing some shit like that, and I'm just like, they're really, really desperate. They're really, really desperate about getting people in, and the firings and just the last 2 movies we've seen have been flops. Hell, they've even changed the Star Wars section in their park to be more aligning with the original 3. So like they're really trying, but they've fucked themselves so hard over the years that like nobody trusts them anymore.
Absolutely. And once you betray trust, it's interesting too, because I watch all these videos about Disney losing the audience, the millennial audience, and we're the group of people that like went to Disney as a kid, and some people are taking their kids there, but based on these numbers and these videos and stuff like that, not enough people are taking them. And when I have a family, unless it's like I'm married to a woman that has to go, which that would definitely change my perception of marriage, I will be a universal family. Like the thing is, I like theme parks, but I also like rides. I like roller coasters, shit like that. Disney just offers like, it's just really expensive crap. Like when we went to Disney Springs, Nick, and walked around, it was nice to hang out with your family and a doctor or pal and all that stuff. But let's be honest, that was the most boring shit we could do. And going into Disney World wouldn't have been any better. Dude, we would have just paid more money to walk around.
The most exciting thing we did was fucking medieval times.
That was awesome.
I went to Legoland last week and it was awesome.
Fuck, I could. Yeah, I would have been there.
Pat knows what's up.
Yeah.
One day, Patrick, you'll be able to build Legos, little buddy. Just give it a couple more years.
Oh, he builds Legos. I build them for him, and then they get wrecked to shit and end up in a bucket together. So it's like he had a bunch of Bluey Legos he got for his birthday from his grandma, and I put them all together, and now they're just like smashed to hell and in a bucket.
Well,
so
Lego does have like I think some sort of return policy where if you give them a certain like a certain like poundage of Legos, like they'll
no, they're not money. Broken. Just the nice sets that I built out of his Bluey Legos have been like, it's like Godzilla went through Australia and specifically targeted Bluey and her family.
Oh, I've seen that.
And we started building the Brixels arrowhead that I've had for a few years, and found
Godzilla minus Blue.
So construction got halted on that stadium, and I have to reorder the pieces that are missing. So,
oh jeez.
But yeah, there's a reason why the Kobe Bricks F-14 Tomcat has not come out yet, because I do not want to put that together and then find it has tried to take off from something, and Maverick and Goose are splattered all over the fucking tile.
He hit that canopy.
They're splattered on the deck.
Yeah. The canopy was the least of their problems.
Just believe in Xeno, you'll be fine.
Oh, you'll end up like a whale on the moon.
Yeah. Saw that last week too. Not the whale on the moon, the Free Willy.
Well, we'll move away from Infinity Vision, because I feel like most people are. I'll make a video making fun of this, because I just love that the IMAX CEOs just straight up like, no, this is all a lie.
Yeah. I mean, like it's once again, it's funny that like Disney's trying to lie to us, and like they can't, because there's so much like we know how to use the Googles and figure out this is fake, and they're just trying to be like, you're dumb. It's like, no, we can Google this and figure it out in like 3 seconds that you've just made something up.
We all have access to most of the same technology they do, and we know how to use it better. So don't lie to us, Disney.
But I do love like they can no longer pull that shit anymore with their movies, like, because for a while there, like they had like prime picking of like the dates for movies, and now they have to like scrape by and be like, well, can we have this one? wait, somebody else is taking it. Damn, can we have this one? It's like, no, you get the bottom of the barrel shit. Like, just take it. Sorry,
you lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah, so it's just funny. Like they've how far the mighty have fallen.
Oh yeah. Sorry, folks, if the cameras keep shifting. StreamYard's decided to shit the bed right now. So can we go to this?
Typical.
Yeah. Trying to get all four of us on screen together. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get back to some of our most rewatchable stuff. So I picked obviously Beverly Hills Cop. I watched it a bunch as a kid, and then there was a summer that Dion knows where I was like, dude, it's on Netflix, and I watched it like every day. And I texted him like, I watched it again. I knew you at this time, Nick. It was 2015. I watched it again, and then I got to a point where I just was like, I've always liked this movie. Now it's just my favorite. So that's when I decided Beverly Hills Cop was a forever classic. But I've said enough about my first one. Nick, you go first or next.
Okay. Airplane.
Excellent choice.
Oh, yeah. I love Airplane. Airplane is funny as shit, and it is just it's one of those parody movies. I mean, like I got to see it around the same time when I was a kid when I watched Blazing Saddles. So like I really loved it because it's I mean, it was before I could understand anything about air travel and stuff back in the day, before we had to get felt up and had a cavity search to just go get a $8 water at the at the little lounge in the airport. But it was a simpler time. But you just have funny shit happening. You have the X-ray machine where the girls go through and you see their tits. You have the guy who buys the bomb for the airplane. Yep. There you have the two black guys speaking jive, which is hilarious, and you have the little old white lady who speaks it back to them.
That's Mrs. Cleaver, Barbara Billingsley, son.
Yeah, Barbara Billingsley.
Cut her some slack, Jack.
Yeah. You have the famous line, "Surely you can't be serious." Yes, I am, and don't call me Shirley.
Yep.
You have that famous line. Just a bunch of hilarious things. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who wasn't really Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in that movie, apparently trying to hide out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's just a all around funny ass movie.
I'm a fan, big fan of it actually. Dion, what about you, man? What's one of your most rewatchable films?
So I was going to go with Beverly Hills Cop as my first choice, but I knew it was going to depend on which one of us went first. So in true preparation for that moment, my backup for my number one, which, is going to be a blast from the past for you, because especially as much as I watched it in college, but it was another one that I watched a shit ton as a kid, RoboCop, Daddy. That I fucking love that movie. RoboCop, I think, is by far one of the most rewatchable movies ever. I almost went with RoboCop 2, but I went with the original mainly because of the traumatic nature of the beginning of that movie. But dude, as a kid, I was obsessed with RoboCop almost as much as I was obsessed with Power Rangers, especially with him rolling around, headshotting dudes. Also, Mom and Dad probably should have let me see it so young, which adds to the rewatchability, because I fucking love that. I thought RoboCop was the coolest thing. I laughed my ass off after hearing that what they had tried to do at WCW, even though I was a little kid. Hearing about it later as a wrestler fan, I was like, that is hilariously stupid. But RoboCop's awesome. RoboCop, sir.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, sir.
Kendo, tell your first one. I'm going to step away and grab a drink real quick, and then we'll get into the second round.
So I kind of went in a different direction because I'm like, I could go for the low-hanging fruit that people would know is in my top 5. The Ghostbusters, Top Gun, Back to the Future, Ninja Turtles from 19. I could go for all that. People would be like, oh, yeah, he picked one of those. Of course we know he can rewatch it. And those are all very rewatchable movies for me. But I decided, I'm like, I'm going to think, I'm going outside the box a little, and I want to pick some movies that are 100% rewatchable. Anytime they come on, I'm going to watch these movies. And a couple of them, there's a theme of, I thought these were the stupidest fucking thing, and I would never watch it. The first one is Napoleon Dynamite. Now, when that first was making the rounds, I saw the ads for that. I'm like, that looks so fucking dumb. And the girlfriend I had at the time, she worked at the video store, so she would get they would get the movies early because they would come out on Tuesday or Thursday or whenever the hell the movies came out, but they would have them a week in advance so they could like tag them and get them all ready. So she got to bring home all those movies because it wasn't legal to rent them at that time. And so me and Lunchbox had Napoleon Dynamite, and we were at his house, and we're like, hey, let's see what it's all about. And for the hour and a half or however long that movie was, the two of us sat in this complete silence. Like, the movie played, we watched the whole thing, both of us just sitting there in like silence watching this movie. There was occasional like side comments, not about the movie, just about other shit. And then the movie ended, and we were like just sitting there. We looked at each other like, let's watch that again. And we fucking watched it right away after that. We were laughing at the jokes. We enjoyed it. It is a movie that I bought on DVD. It is something I never turned down. I enjoy that movie. Like, I was literally in college and had a Napoleon Dynamite folder wearing a Vote for Pedro shirt as a college kid walking around. And it's funny because the girl that I had a class with actually was from that area and like knew those two, or didn't know those two brothers, but they were known in the town or everything because they shot it essentially where they were from. And it was just kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool, whatever. And yeah, so like Napoleon Dynamite's, I mean, they got John Heder or whatever his name is. He pretty much got typecast and played the same thing from then on out. I don't think he's ever done anything different, but that movie was, for me, it was a fun, enjoyable watch from beginning to end. Even though the first time I watched it, I was just like, what is this? And leading up to it, I thought it was going to be the stupidest fucking thing in the entire world. And even to this day, driving around in Vegas and before that in New Mexico, if I see a mountain, in my head, there's Uncle Rico saying, how much you want to bet I can throw a football over the mountains? Like, every time. Like, I leave my house. I live in the Vegas Valley. If you've been here, there's mountains that way. There's mountains that way. There's mountains that way. And a ways away, there's mountains that way. So I'm constantly seeing some kind of mountain. And every time I'm just thinking, I bet I could throw a football over the mountains. And yeah, just dude, every time he picks up that steak and fucking whips it and smacks Napoleon in the face, I will not fucking, I will always piss myself laughing. I know it's coming. I'm still going to fucking laugh at it. And Kip, your mom goes to college.
Yes,
the number of times that line was used between the years of 2004 and present day is in my other friend group. Friend. Yeah. That's on my list. Is it my top 10 favorite movies of all time? Not at all. Have I ever really fucking talked about Napoleon Dynamite? Not at all. But Napoleon Dynamite's 100% rewatchable in this house.
Oh, absolutely. That came out when I was in high school, and people were obsessed with it. At first, I thought it was dumb. Then I watched it, and I was like, oh. And I bought it. So I'm with you, Kendo. I think it's a solid movie. Did you see that John Heder's on some new game show right now?
No. What's he doing?
It's called America's Dumbest.
Oh, okay.
It's like Steve-O, Anthony Michael Hall, John Heder, Carmen Electra, and a bunch of other celebrities like Dr. Drew. And they're just trying to prove how smart they are, even though they're kind of dumb. So
yeah, and apparently whoever, I think I remember hearing about this. Like, apparently whoever wins the show is the dumbest celebrity, and nobody wants to. The idea is to get like kicked off immediately, so you don't become the dumbest celebrity. So,
which Napoleon Dynamite is streaming right now on AMC Plus if you have that, Philo if you have that, or Video, which I have fucking Amazon Prime. So as soon as this shenanigan shit is over,
oh no, it's over.
Shout out to Maximum Clark, who says, I love technology, but not as much as you, I see. Always and forever. LaFonda. I love that shit. So I'll give one that I don't really talk about. Again, I just wanted an excuse to show it, but Mrs. Doubtfire is very rewatchable to me.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
I can watch it all the time, man. I never get tired of Mrs. Doubtfire. It's Robin Williams' best movie, in my opinion.
Hello is like a family greeting. We do that to each other all the time.
Dion, we have a button of that.
I know. That's one of the reasons why they started doing it. And then when we watched Miss Doubtfire, and the boys fucking love that movie.
That was it. Is that 93 when that came out? Yeah. Okay. I
thought 94.
remember.
Let's see.
93. I vividly remember seeing this in theaters as a kid.
That's awesome.
Like, my grandma and my mom took me, and I'll never forget. I got in trouble. Not really in trouble, but I said, "Piss off, Lou," like he says in the beginning of the movie. And I didn't know what piss off meant. And my mom's like, "Don't say that." So, I mean, it's coming out on 4K. Am I going to rebuy a comedy? Probably, because it's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's supposed to be like an
That's
R-rated cut of it somewhere. So I want to see that.
Oh, hell yeah. Release the R-rated cut of Miss Doubtfire.
Is it run by fruiting?
Yeah, that's my favorite line, though. It was a run by fruiting. So that is the only movie that can make me dislike Pierce Brosnan. Because normally you're like, Pierce Brosnan's the cool dude, not Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
He plays he's so good at playing such a fucking prick in that movie, too.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, so I really don't have much else to say about Mrs. Doubtfire besides I love it. So what do you got next, Nick? Or Dion?
I got one. This is one that me and Kendo watched a couple of times while we were at his place for WrestleMania. Death to Smoochie.
That is on my list as well.
Yeah. Like directed by Danny DeVito, 2002. Robin Williams, Edward Norton, Danny DeVito, Catherine Keener. I mean, just a stacked cast, and it's basically Robin Williams plays somebody who does a kids show like Barney. He does a lot of shitty shit behind the scenes, and
he's Rainbow fucking Randall. Get it
Rainbow
right,
Randall. Rainbow Randall.
No, Rainbow fucking Randolph.
Rainbow fucking Randall.
Rainbow fucking Randolph.
And just seeing like Edward Norton and then Robin Williams being unhinged, and they're both like they're supposed to be these two wholesome like characters. And just seeing like Edward Norton being like more wholesome than Robin Williams is or Robin Williams' character is, and just it's just, oh my god. I think we watched it 2 times in a row, and we still laughed our asses off at the exact same shit.
We watched it waiting for Jeff's plane to get in, and then we watched it, I think, the next night as well.
Yeah, with Jeff, yeah, that's what we did. But it's one of those things. And it was just like, oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's so hilarious. And just like seeing Robin Williams be unhinged in that movie, and just like, as Rainbow fucking Randall, and just like his life is dwindling away, and he's trying to, get back on top, and he just can't. And oh man, it's gold. It's so good.
Yeah. That is a movie that was on my list because, again, it's anytime it comes on. As soon as Nick got here, I had watched it like 2 days before that. No, I watched it the day before that because we talked on the podcast that
we did.
Previous night. I watched
we did.
So I sat there in bed watching it on Tubby on my phone, and then the next night Nick shows up. We watched it that night, waiting for Jeff, and then the next night after we got back from WrestleMania, we watched it all together again, and I was like, when that movie was first coming out, I saw the previews for that, and I was like, that looks so fucking retarded. I would never want to watch that. That looks so stupid. And I was living in Michigan at the time. My buddy Ben bought it on DVD, and he brought it over. He's like, dude, we got to watch it. It's so good. And I'm like, God damn it, fine, whatever. So we were watching on my PlayStation 2 that had DVD players, one of the appeals. And we're watching it, and it's like a few minutes into it, I'm sitting there dreading. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. And then as soon as he takes the bribe money, he's like, I'm Rainbow fucking Randall. Okay, maybe I judged this movie incorrectly. Let's see where this goes. And then as soon as it was over, I'm like, that was fucking awesome. And then the next day, I'm driving around Novi or wherever it was in Michigan trying to find the mall, 12 Oaks Mall, and buying it on DVD. I'm like, God damn it, this was good. So yeah, that was on my list too.
It's so good. It's so good.
Dion, what you got next, buddy?
So, especially in response to our boy Justin Proper, I will see his nomination for Back to the Future, all 3. I will say that this one not only surpasses in the sheer pound for pound greatness of this franchise, but also counts in terms of rewatchability, boys. I'm going with, in my opinion, the true quadrilogy that matters, the most important one. Lethal Weapon, baby. All 4. Bing Bang Boom. I can watch those movies nonstop. They're quotable. It's family lore. The amount of times that I've watched it with my family, by myself, with Boo Thang, with the sister, with the boy. Like I fucking Lethal Weapon is why no matter what crazy shit Mel Gibson says, I'm gonna be like, but he's Martin Riggs, baby. He's always there's always gonna be a ladder in the pool from a boy Mel, even though he be saying some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Lethal Weapon is the greatest quadrilogy of all time.
Yeah, there's not a bad movie in that franchise.
Yep.
I always give you credit though, because I had seen Lethal Weapon, but because of you, I love Lethal Weapon. Like, I got that box set in the living room too. I always think of you though whenever I hear that Sting song from Part 3.
Yeah,
because we were driving somewhere and we were going to dinner, and you were just like, "Oh man, the song's on," and you turned it right up, and we're just like vibing. It's dark out. We're thinking of that flame lighting up the number 3. Like Lethal Weapon 3, man. I like them all. 4 is my least favorite, but they're all great. Like I love them all.
Yeah, dude. So many great moments. Just prime level rewatchability, pound for pound.
I know they're trying to make a 5th one. I don't want any more Lethal Weapon. Just leave it as is,
Especially now that Danny Glover got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, I think. I'm just like, dude, it's done.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Done. Let's not do that. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go. We love it as is. Let's just do some anniversaries. Let's get some residual checks passed out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't fuck it up.
4K Steelbook, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have it on Blu-ray, the 4K Steelbook. I would be buying that as well too, because it was a few years ago on Christmas Eve. I sat down. I was like, home from work, gonna relax. Got myself a 12-pack of Guinness. I got myself a pizza, and I got a fire in the fireplace back at Camp Kindo. And I watched all 4 Lethal Weapons. It was a Merry Christmas indeed.
Yeah, man. As well, yeah. One is one of our Christmas movies too, dude. Like it is just, it just hits that saxophone hits. We're all too old for this shit. It's just great. One of my favorite moments of 2. You see what the sign says? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Oh shit.
So Nick and Kendo both had Death to Smoochie. So Kendo, you go, and then we're going to check in with the audience because people over on Twitter have been telling us some of their favorites, and then I've been reading the chat too. So we're going to address those before we continue on with our list. So Kendo, what do you got?
I'm going to loop around to one that maybe Nick has. Now, this is a movie that when it came out 26 years ago, there's a theme. Saw the previews for it. I'm like, this looks so dumb. I would never watch this. And I had a friend. I was in high school, and he's like, "Dude, we're going to the movies. We're going to go see this. You want to go see it?" I'm like, "No, that movie looks so stupid. I'm not wasting my money on that movie." And then a couple years later, I was up in Michigan. I was hanging out with my buddy Ben, and he pulls this movie out, and he's like, "Dude, let's watch this. This is gonna be great." I'm like, "No, let's keep playing college football on your PlayStation 2. I don't want to watch that movie. That movie looks stupid as hell." And then I gave in because there was other people there, and it couldn't just be the Kendo show. It had to be other people. We wanted to watch a movie. So we're sitting there watching it, and it comes on, and I'm just like, this is going to suck, but it'll eventually be over. And we can. And then they pull these 3 kids over and ask them, "Do you know how fast you were going?"
Yes,
sit on board with this movie. Super Troopers, baby. I fucking love that movie.
You boys want to go to Mexico?
Yeah. You boys like Mexico? It's like that, like I said, it came out in limited run theaters. I refused to go see it with my friends. I didn't even want to watch it when my buddy busted out the DVD. I'm like, no, this looks so fucking dumb. And here it is 25, 26 years later, and I cannot wait for 2 weeks, even though I'll be back at work full time, to go see Super Troopers 3 because I'm excited for that fucking movie.
Yes, sir.
I own everything they've done in some form of media, even Puddle Cruiser, and I was part of their when they launched their brokenlizard.com website. If it's still, it doesn't exist. I've tried to log back into it, but back like 20 something years ago it existed, and I had a profile on there and I was friends with all of them because they were like fucking Tom. They were friends with everybody that signed up to their website. But yeah, Super Troopers. That movie, I will never say no to watching it. I fully intend on going through the first Super Troopers 1 and 2 before I go see Super Troopers 3 in a couple weeks, probably with Nick. And
definitely happening.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if you come all the way over here, you're staying at my house, and I go and watch the movie without you? Be like, dude, I'm gonna go watch it with that. Fuck you.
I'd be
like,
so
I hope you got
out there to
tickets.
whoop your ass.
Like, I hope you got tickets. I'll be at the cannery at 5:00. Maybe you'll be there. I don't know. I don't really care. You're taking an Uber. You're not riding my fucking car. But I'm going straight after work. I ain't stopping here to pick you up. Yeah, but it just got detailed.
Wow, Biff, don't con me.
Oh my god.
You know, they've got them 20s on there, and they're looking really nice. Yeah, no, I know they're only 10s, but I keep them clean though.
No, dude. I think we're huge fans of them. I think I have the Coconut Pete fucking record like on my table over here. I think we both have a lot of their stuff. I have a lot of stuff on the server that I've like ported over. Puddle Cruisers. I have a couple of comedy things. I think about all their movies. I got to make sure I have all of them. I'm sure I have most of them.
You brought them down to New Orleans that one year because we watched the Slam and Salmon on your computer.
That's true. We did.
Yeah,
we did.
You also
That's
had
another one that
Euro
is,
trip.
Yeah.
pretty much all their stuff would qualify as rewatchable for me. Like Slam and Salmon, I watched that again the other day because it was still on Tubby. I'm like, it's like recommended. It's been brought back. Do you want to watch it again? I'm like, yeah, I think I do. I do want to see Michael Clark Duncan screaming about how he decapitated the motherfucker. So
yeah, I mean, I need to rewatch Quasi. I do love Tacoma FD so much. That is such a fucking hilarious show. I even read Jay Chandrasekhar's book like twice. Hilarious.
It was great.
Hilarious book. Whenever they were at Horror Hound years ago, I have their poster on my wall over here. That's near the computer, so I can look at it and get inspiration. Maybe
was that the bear fucker year?
Yeah,
we were all.
No.
The girl went there.
No. It was
that. It was the one before that.
The one before that, yeah. It was one before that, yeah. Yeah, it was one before that. Okay, it was one before that, yeah.
I stood there and pissed next to Foster, whose name fucking Paul Soder. Him and I were, standing next to each other. He was at this urinal. I was at this urinal, and fucking Billy Zabka was at this urinal. I'm like, I am pissing between greatness right now. My favorite Broken Lizard guy and the actual Karate Kid. But I just looked forward because I'm like, I'm not going to be a fucking weirdo about it. And then, said, wash my hands. Paul Soder's washing his hands next to me. Billy Zabka's over there. Just was like, hey. And that was it. Because I was like, I'm not going to be fucking weird about this. Yeah, because it wasn't all of them there at that one. That was at Indy. Was it 2018 or so? It was just Paul Soder and Eric Stolhansky. Those were the only two there.
Yeah. Because it was when they were there and they were selling like I guess old posters from like their office or whatever because they had the Sundance one or whatever they had for Super Troopers and they all signed it. It's like the poster they had there at Sundance Films 2001 with all their terrible pictures on there with their fake mustaches. So yeah, it's there. So yeah, it was like it's great. Yeah, no,
I regret not seeing Super Troopers in theater, but I've seen everything else that they released in a theater the day it came out. Like Club Dread, I was there. Fucking Beer Fest, I was there.
Oh, Beer Fest, Jesus!
Whatever else came out in theaters, I was there. It's like and Super Troopers 3, I will be there. It's like Super Troopers 2, I was there.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I think Super Troopers 2 came out during the pandemic.
No, right before it, I thought.
Yeah, I think it was right before.
It was
because I never saw it. I'm still late to the party on number 2.
Yeah, we went. Hill and I saw it in the theaters. It was it was
Brando
so
and I went to see the Brownies.
Of course he did.
I remember seeing it.
Oh, Super. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, oh, why is it saying 2001? No, it's like, okay, yeah, it was before 2018. Yeah, okay, it was before. Yeah, but. Yeah, I still enjoy that one. I mean, this third one looks like they're getting back to the early 2000s comedy, so that kind of makes me happy. We'll see how far they take it.
Yeah, third one looks great.
Yeah.
Even if I don't catch up on the second one, I think I'm just going to go ahead and see the third one in theaters because their movies sadly don't get long theatrical. Well, most movies don't get long theatrical runs, but it's like it's just a blink and you miss it movie. So we always say
support
like what you like.
One. I feel like the continuity between the first, second, and third won't. Just based on the previews, I feel like if you didn't see the second one, you'll be okay with the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be okay with that for sure. But yeah, their movies are great for sure. Those guys are awesome.
Now, speaking of some rewatchable classics in the chat, we got The Mummy. I think that's a great one.
Oh yeah,
Brendan Fraser,
definitely.
obviously.
Went and saw it in theaters again. It's so awesome in theaters. We went for the anniversary, dude. Love that fucking movie.
Saw it as a kid in theaters. I remember that's a one I vividly remember watching because it was so great. And then we went to Blockbuster a couple weeks later, and then they had The Mummy on tape. And so as a kid, I thought it was the Brendan Fraser one. Here it was another film titled The Mummy. It was a direct-to-video movie, and it starred Richard Karn from Home Improvement, Al Borland, but he was trying to play like a sex fiend. So it's like him trying to be the sexy guy is this mummy is slowly killing people through the house. It's burned into my memory for how disappointing it was. I was like, when does Brendan Fraser show up? Never. I had something similar happen as a kid. My cousin had shown me T2. And so I went to go rent Terminator, and I didn't realize it was the first one. So I'm sitting there watching this movie. I'm like, when does the motorcycle chase happen? When does this happen? I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, I got the wrong movie. Liked it, but I was also like 7 years old. So
right. Just didn't know.
Yeah. Like Scotty. We got Spaceballs on here. Yeah, that's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Blues Brothers.
Oh, good one.
Classic.
Yep. Saw that in theaters again. That is so fun in theaters. Oh god, I forgot how much I love Blues Brothers.
Do you want a copy on 4K? Because I accidentally bought 2 copies and it's just sitting here.
I'm in.
All right, cool. Text me to remind me next week. I'll bring you up the other gifts that my mom bought you, and I'll give you a copy of the Blues
Hell
Brothers.
yeah.
So. Clone Geek suggests says the producers. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's solid.
The first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, excellent. I like the first one the best.
Agreed.
Let's see. We got Reservoir Tugs. That's a great title. Now we got double for UHF right here, so I'm all on board with UHF. That's a classic.
It is. That's good.
I've never seen The Man of the Snowy River or Man from Snowy River. Have you?
Nope.
I'll have to check that one out. I've seen Mars Attacks. Saw it.
Nope.
It's a movie.
I love that movie so much.
Fight Club.
It's so stupid. So good.
Oh, here we go right here. From Shrivels Away.
Volcano.
Yep.
Dude, I've seen Volcano dozens of times.
Volcano is so good. It shouldn't be that good, but it's so good.
We had it on tape. So back in the day, it was just one of those we didn't have cable. So we watched a lot of movies.
Tommy Lee Jones is dealing with a fucking volcano in the middle of goddamn LA, and he's being so serious and he's so serious about it.
And there's Anne Heche.
Yeah, and Heche.
Yep. And young Don Cheadle.
Yes, young Don Cheadle. Yep.
Was he ever young?
No, he's been a 40-year-old black man the entire time that we've seen him.
Yeah, because black don't crack though. So that's
well,
why.
Yeah, I mean, especially when he went his blonde hair and in Meteor Man.
Yeah, he looked the same as he does now as he did in Boogie Nights. That movie's almost 30 years old.
Holy shit, that's true.
And it has a Star Wars reference in it that most people miss. When he's trying to sell the stereos and he's talking about how it's got the TK421 in it. It's like I get that reference, Don Cheadle, and whoever wrote this movie.
That's a good film. I've only seen it twice though.
We
got Goodfellas and Casino. Those are 2 excellent movies. My 2 favorite
wonderful.
Scorsese pictures.
Wonderful.
I own Goodfellas for sure. I need to buy a copy of Casino. All right, so we got Dante's Peak as mentioned as well. What's better, Dante's Peak or Casino? Or Volcano, excuse me.
No. Well, here's the thing. You're getting into an Armageddon Deep Impact kind of moment. This is kind of when this happened a lot. So it's that same thing. It's like one's kind of accurate, and the other one is just like a sci-fi movie of the week. And I'm a sci-fi movie of the week guy, so I'll go Volcano.
Yeah. Volcano's way more fun for sure. Because Dante's Peak, while hilarious, is pretty much grieving husband gets revenge on Volcano, kind of.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's so serious. Well, Volcano's just oh, you gotta wait until it's in the air. everybody stop. And then you realize that everyone's listening to Anne Heche. Holy shit.
Only time ever in history, Dion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also,
she went up like a volcano.
The most dramatic thing happens in Volcano where the guy like leaps off the train and like does that thing with the dude.
And he melts.
Yeah.
Holy
Drew
shit.
brother.
Another traumatizing thing from our childhood. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy? Somebody take care of his kids.
He's like, ah! I love how dramatic that. And somebody jokingly said earlier how Volcano is woke before woke. I love how that movie has the underplot of like the whole LA riots thing and the black guys getting racially stereotyped. And at the end, they have to move the thing. He's like, come on. And he's like, they all carry it together. And then they're like, oh man, with the ash, we're all the same color.
Or like when they're because they're about to blow up the building to read the brand new skyscraper to redirect the floor or whatever, and the dudes get like trapped underneath, and they're just like, "We're all set, we're ready," and they're like standing together to blow it up together, and it's like, they got another victim from the damn volcano. They got two more good ones.
Yeah, they went like really, really sappy sometimes with those emotional moments. I'm just like, God damn, guys, like just you got a volcano in LA, like hurry the fuck up, let's go.
Well,
yeah, but no, that movie. Yeah, that movie's that's fucking, that's classic.
Speaking of classics, we have Hot Fuzz. That was almost
that's a good one
tonight. Yeah.
Yep.
God.
Yep. Oh,
I think it's better than Shaun of the Dead.
It is.
By a lot, actually. Shaun of the Dead's a great movie. I really like Nick Frost, but Ed's a piece of shit. So Danny Butterman is a much better character. And he survived.
Yeah. Butterbomb?
Yeah, Batterbomb.
Batterbomb. And these are the two Andys. Do you know why we call them the two Andys? Because they're both
called Andrew. Yeah, discuss and communicating with them is an uphill battle itself. And then he hits him, fuck off.
Oh God.
Maximum Clark, I'm with you. I think Hot Fuzz is better than Bad Boys 2.
Definitely not better than Bad Boys 2, but it's definitely good. It's definitely I love Hot Fuzz. But
I do, dude. Bad Boys 2 went fucking hard with
that shit in 2003, dog. That shit was nuts.
Oh yes.
Shake your tail feather.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. And then, obviously it was that freeway. We had the year of the freeways chase scenes with Matrix Reloaded and Bad Boys 2. Yes. Bad Boys 2 was just funny as shit. He shoots up the inside and then chasing fucking Haitian dudes who are just dropping cars off the back. You did not have that shit in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah,
I mean, had a swan though.
He had a swan.
It's true. And a guy named P.
Huh? Yarp.
You take care of that problem.
Element.
Yarp.
Oh my God, Fifth Element is so rewatchable. Holy shit, I love that movie so much.
Oh yeah.
And they had the shittiest PS2 game for it. It was so bad.
The PS1 one's worse.
Oh, is it okay? It may have been PS1 then. It may have been PS1, but like,
wait, the PS1 that was the other that was the like Bruce Willis versus demons and shit game for PS1. I thought that was a separate game.
That's a separate game called Armageddon. Or whatever it's called. I got it on this emulator, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's like a dual stick shooter.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dion, if your computer could run like some stuff, we'll test it out because I'll give you this PS1 emulator. So you can play all these games.
Oh yeah.
SmackDown's the shit.
Yeah, no, I just remember getting like there was a Fifth Element game. I remember being like really hyped about it, and I played it. I was like, this is okay. this is not that good.
Nick, if you were into the art the way I am, I could show you the guy who designed the Fifth Element in all of his old books. Basically, he just did the Fifth Element before it ever existed. So look up a comic called The Inkle, Incal. It's basically the Fifth Element.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, the guy's name is Mobius or Moebius, depending on how pretentious you want to be. Or Jean Giraud. Now, okay, my camera just died. I was getting ready. Hold on. Fuck. As I'm getting ready to pull up a new movie, browser has lost connection. Let's try this one more time. If not, I guess I got to do this. Oh, there I'm back.
There we go.
Cool.
There you go.
So here's the movie I wanted to show. I got the 4K box set, but I didn't feel like taking it down. But Mortal Kombat is a very rewatchable movie.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I could watch this movie way more than I'm willing to admit. Those fight scenes just get me pumped when the music hits, and you're like, "Oh shit, it's time!" And he fights Shang Tsung at the end and does this, and fights him. It's cool.
The music is perfect. The whole soundtrack is great. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with that fucking movie so hard. It's insane.
R.I.P. Shang Tsung.
Yeah, it's insane how good and like not even quotable. It's just like it's just a great video game movie that they did right back then, and it was wonderful.
Hey asshole, those were $500 sunglasses.
Yeah, I say that line more than anything else from that movie.
Dude, it's so fucking good. It's one of my favorite, arguably my favorite part.
It's so good.
I don't have a non-favorite part because that movie is like a music video. It just goes and goes and goes.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to the final battle and it lives up to like what you would expect it to be. And then it just ends. Now, the second one shits the bed. Annihilation's garbage.
But also rewatchable.
Yeah.
You will die.
Dion, I got that on 4K as well. That box that includes both 1 and 2. So
hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
with shitty Scorpion.
Dude, I saw both of those in theaters. And so we went to the first Mortal Kombat at like the regular showcase cinema. It was awesome. But we waited to see Annihilation at $1. Oh, it wasn't $1, it was like a $2.50 theater. And I'm glad we waited because even as a kid, I kind of laughed at how shitty it was. Like when they're fighting Sub-Zero with the scar or Cyrax and they freeze him and he just I haven't watched it in 20 years.
I bought it on DVD. Annihilation is just I love that one because it's just so fucking bad. The date's over.
What do you got next in terms of rewatchable films, guys? Nick, you're up.
I got one 1989's Leviathan. Starring
Robert
Peter Weller, Richard Crenna, let's see, Daniel Stern, Ernie Hudson, Michael Carmine, and even Meg Foster. Damn. Stacked cast, crazy underwater sci-fi movie about a deep sea miners who encounter a Soviet wreck and bring back dangerous cargo onto their ship, only to have that chemical that they got exposed to somehow combine them into a giant sea monster, and slowly eat them all and go through the base and destroy it. Ridiculous movie, lots of like big creature effects, lots of things like that, and just like a crazy fun movie to watch. So
there's the list.
Yeah, no, it's so ridiculous. I mean, you'll watch it when you're here, in like 6 weeks. So, but yeah, one of my favorite. I know that there's one that's also the same as Deep Star 6, kind of the same vein as well. But Leviathan has a stacked cast, and that's why I say it's rewatchable because it's just pure 1980s sci-fi cheese with a ridiculous monster doesn't make any fucking sense, and just a great movie, man. Just a really fun movie.
Jamie in the chat likes it as well.
Oh yeah, no, Leviathan. Yeah, that's one that like, yeah, it's a fun ass movie.
Adama, we've met Peter Weller. Peter Weller was one of the actors that laughed at Dion in the turkey suit, right?
No, that was Lance Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen, yeah.
Different robot from the 80s, sorry.
Different robot from the 80s. That's fair.
Dion, what's another rewatchable film for you, sir?
Well, it's tough for me, especially when it comes to rewatchability, to stray away from action movies. You boys known me for a long time now. You know that so many of my judgments depend on not just rewatchability, but the type of fun action bullshit. And my next one, a classic I think we all love. I think we have probably especially when we talk about films and storytelling and doing more with less, especially since Doomsday is coming out. But one of my favorite all-timers, rewatchability, dumb action, a proof in the concept of less is more. It can make you a lot of money. Last Boy Scout. I fucking love that movie so much.
Almost every football game I watch on TV, I always think, what if that actually happened in a real football game? Every time I'm watching football, I think that shit.
Listen, when people talk about like some of the best openings, I always throw in the last Boy Scout because that shit is so jarring, especially because when I first saw it, I was a kid when I first saw it, so I was like, "What the?" You know what I'm saying? And then that's just the beginning of the movie. And then just the if you touch me again, I'll kill you. The whole you slipped up and your dick fell on my wife. Halle Berry getting just obliterated by a submachine.
That's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, and at close range, and she goes flying. Oh god, that movie is just so fucking good.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up a picture of that right now. I shouldn't laugh at that scene, but it's so fucking funny.
It's so 90s, man. It's so early 90s.
Oh, there's a GIF of it. Perfect. Here, I'll share it with everybody. Folks, if you've ever wanted to watch Halle Berry get shot, here you go. Here we are. Ready? Oh, there we go. Oh! It's so dramatic, too, how she flies over the car and everything.
Yeah, dude. She just gets chewed in the fucking dog meat. Point blank range. And I just remember being a kid being like, this is not how I thought this was going to go.
Yeah. Oh, man. Now I got to watch that fucking movie. It makes me think of my uncle. I bought it for him for Christmas one year. He's like, thanks. He watched it all the time. He loved it.
Hell yeah, dude. Movie. That's a great gift.
Kendo, what you got next?
Okay, so this movie I did not see until I was like in junior high, and it'd been out a while. But during that time, Buddy Brandon's dad owned a comic shop and sports card shop in a mall plaza, and there was a video store that was right down at the end of the strip there, and they would throw shit away, and we would go and just pull their bags of fucking movies out of there and see what was in there. And we found this movie called Strange Brew, and it's like, what the hell is this? And so we watched it, and it was like, this is the stupidest thing in the world. But this is also hilarious because we had no reference to SCTV. We didn't know who the McKenzie brothers were. We had seen them before referencing like hockey shit, but at no point did we have any idea what this was. And then we watched the movie, and it was like, this is great. And so he ended up keeping the tape, but we made copy because you could do that back then, guys. You could have a 2-foot VCR, and you could make a copy of a tape. And so we each had our own copy. And then I bought it on DVD one day when I was living up in Michigan. And that was me and Canadian Jamie's like weekly watch. We would sit down and drink like one of those Heineken mini kegs and watch Strange Brew. And I can never say no to that movie. I love that movie. It's probably close to a top 10 movie of mine, but it is rewatchable as shit. Like at least a couple times a year will find myself watching Strange Brew. And I'll come across it on a streaming, or I'll just pull out the DVD, at least when I have my DVD player handy, which I now have. And I would just watch Strange Brew because that movie is fun as shit. It's stupid.
Have you seen
it's
the
crazy.
Figures?
I have seen the figures. I do not own the figures, but I have seen the figures. And yeah, mouse in a bottle to get free beer. The other day when I was driving back from SoCal, we went through Lake Elsinore, and the whole time I was just thinking about Elsinore beer. And it's so dumb, but God, it is such.
Oh, good. It's on Tubi. And Hulu. And Plex. And Sling TV. And the Roku channel.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah. I'm a big Rick Moranis fan, so.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Who was next? Was it me? Are we looping back to me already?
Yeah. We got you. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick a better one for the finale, but this is really just to troll Nick. So, folks, every couple weeks, I get an urge to watch The Fog. Nick, this is the Steel Book.
Why don't you have one that isn't opened in case you like you ruin that one, and you have a new one in case that one breaks or shatters, Nick, or something happens to it.
If I break the 4K disc, this comes with a Blu-ray.
Okay, all right, but it's less quality, Jeff. What the fuck?
Okay. If the disc breaks, I'll be pissed. I'll probably get a replacement. But like I say all the time, the reason I like watching this movie so much is because not a lot happens. It's just an atmospheric film. So I don't really get tired of just kind of like getting through the atmosphere, living through the atmosphere. And I like it in the summer. I like it in the fall. I like it all year long. But just, I never get tired of that movie. Tom Atkins is awesome. Jamie Lee Curtis is solid. It's just John Carpenter, man. He's my favorite director next to Richard Donner. So I'm all about The Fog. I'm probably going to watch, well, no, I got plans. Sunday. I'll watch it on Sunday, Nick. Just for you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Here's the thing, though. For as much as I watched that movie, I could not quote you very many lines of that movie.
Because, like you said, nothing happens in it. So.
Yeah. Are you weird? Yes, I am. That's all I remember off the top of my head. So, when is Jeff going to say Angels in the Outfield? Dude, when I lived in California, I watched that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like 100 times. We would leave to go to the grocery store, and I'd be like, hey, put this on. I want to come back to something familiar. And so we'd try to guess what point of the movie we'd be at when we came back. And it never disappointed because it was Angels in the Outfield. I even bought it on DVD, Nick. Is it on Blu-ray? That lady just passed away, Brenda Fricker, the other day.
Oh, what?
Damn.
Yeah, I tweeted out she's currently an angel in the outfield.
Damn.
Oh, good. It's on Disney Plus.
She's feeding all sorts of pigeons.
Easy.
Does that hit you hard, Dion?
I mean, I fucking love that movie.
Of course, she's an old white lady.
Well, I mean, that's adult. That's adult degenerate Dion. That's later. Kid Dion loved her for who she was, especially in that movie.
That part is pretty awesome in Home Alone where Kevin brings her the gift. You're like, maybe this lady's going to get her shit in line and, have a normal life. Probably not, but
Yeah, damn, man. That's crazy. She fucking died. Damn.
Well, she lived, hey, dude, she was like 74 or 84, so she lived a long life. It wasn't like, but I get it.
She proved that homeless people are people too.
Yeah. That's the real lesson of Home Alone, folks.
They're called unhoused.
Oh, get fucked.
Is that really what it's called now?
Yeah. If you want to be politically correct, you can't call them homeless. They're called the unhoused.
Yeah,
I refuse to use that.
If you want to be PC about it, so.
Also, I do too. I don't say sex worker. I say prostitute. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to
just say.
I don't even say that.
Well, sex worker encompasses the whole thing. Yeah, it's more than just a hooker.
Did Patrick just say
or hooker? He did. Hooker, whore. That works just as well. Prostitute.
Well, I mean, even though there are levels to that, like escort is the highest.
Right. That's the one that's expensive.
And the word you use for them determines how much you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
Well, I'm sure we'll. You know what we'll do? We'll have this discussion next week, Dion, in person.
You're right. We'll have it over some Benjamins and some highlight.
And we'll watch Angels in the Outfield on repeat.
Damn right.
It's a big bummer. Nick, what's up on your list next, buddy?
This one whenever it comes on, I gotta watch it. It is a classic from '96 from director Robert Rodriguez. It is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Great movie.
One of the best lines is crazy people don't explode into fire when like the sun hits them. I think is what like George Clooney says. I'm paraphrasing.
No, what were they? Psychos? Psychos? Did they look like psychos to you? Psychos don't fucking explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are.
There you go. That's the line.
Why the hell did you have us meet at a den of goddamn vampires?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of private. I figured, that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, Cheech Marin plays 3 characters in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love some Cheech.
Fucking George Clooney.
I can't see an apple pie in the store and not hear apple pie pussy. Thanks, Cheech.
Yeah,
that
George
movie's the
Clooney,
reason why Tom Savini doesn't like us anymore.
Oh God. No. Yeah, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, Selma Hayek, Cheech Marin, Danny Trejo, Tom Savini, and Fred Williamson are like just what I'm seeing right now.
Yep. Prime Selma Hayek.
Prime.
Yes.
Prime Salma Hayek.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. That's why one of the funniest memes ever is, making fun of Tarantino or whatever, and it just shows the foot scene, and it just the bomb just goes, "Yo, sign me up for slavery." Like if that's slavery, listen, and that's why, hey, man, that man, he is a professional. Because my ass would have gave up immediately. I'd have been like, "Yes, ma'am. What you need me to do? I'll go get some motherfuckers and bring them in here right now for you."
Yeah. Scissorgen mentions that we forgot Sex Machine. No, we didn't, because Dion and I tormented the shit out of Tom Savini one weekend.
Tormented's a little harsh.
We aggravated the shit out of him.
There you go. Aggravated.
He would walk by our booth, and every time he did, you'd hear me and Dion go, "Yo, Sex Machine!"
Mm-hmm.
And the first time he smiled and waved. About the 20th time, we got a side eye.
Yeah. And then every time I come by the table, he like scuttle by really fast.
Well, to be fair, we had by the time he got annoyed, we had cleared out the cooler full of beer. So that was
really, and it was the really big cooler.
Day 2 or 3 of said weekend of him getting called Sex Machine every time he walked through that area of the Comic-Con.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, "Fuck, that's the only path to the bathroom. I fucking hate these guys.
Fucking Cincinnati or
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Every time I come here.
Yeah. He's got Ebony.
We got to work
a
a con in Indianapolis
again.
Oh god,
I love Indianapolis, man. That's a fun city.
Yeah,
it is. It's got St. Elmo's.
It does. And they're finally making their damn freeways bigger. It only took them fucking 30 years.
Yeah, but
it's
from
Indiana,
Dustin
everything's a little slower.
Yeah, Dustin is definitely my pick, because like the movie takes a fucking left turn hard, and it's just a ridiculous ride.
Because you're thinking it's gonna be some crazy shootout, and I'm in for it, and then vampires, and you're just like, what the?
And not to mention the band plays like fucking Dead Bodies Instruments, does the whole thing in like halfway through the movie, like all for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
no fucking reason,
dude. So good.
Yeah, it's a wild movie. It's a fucking wild movie.
Who was up next? Is it Dion?
Oh yeah.
What's your other rewatchable film, sir?
Listen, I mean, you guys, again, it is fun is the name of the game, especially when it comes to rewatchability. Movies you can watch and you have fun all the time, right? And that is always going to be depending on a lot of different factors, right? Sometimes it's a sequel, sometimes it's a third movie in the franchise, sometimes it's a standalone. So many of those are good. Sometimes it's a high quality horror action, as my brothers have already brought up. I'm going to bring up a classic one, right? Earlier in a franchise, early 80s, the 80s vision of dystopia. One of my favorite films. Again, another reason why Homeboy's always going to live in my heart. Mad Max 2 or The Road Warrior. That movie, I fucking love that movie, especially where it's right before it becomes, the desert movie, before it became the desert dystopian movie. People forget the first 2 Mad Max films, it wasn't a desert. It was just shit was falling apart. And you got the dog, you got the dude in the helicopter, you got the black on black, you got Humongous, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, and you got the Boomerang Kid, and then you have Mel Gibson just shooting dudes point blank with a sawed-off double barrel. Fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. It's the inspiration for what I'm working on right now, so I really like this movie quite a bit. The only one, I haven't seen Furiosa, and I don't love Beyond Thunderdome, but I don't dislike it either. It's
Furiosa, was that like the spin-off one of Charlize Theron's
character?
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't. There's no need to.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. You could tell it was definitely a different vibe. It kind of fell to the same issue that you see with a lot of in-universe shit. There's way more CGI than practical effects for the rest of the franchise, which does hurt it. But overall, I thought the other Chris Demostratus, I thought he was a great character. You know, it is annoying that it's constantly referencing Fury Road. You know, you do see Immortal Joe, but you know, I think Demostratus is one of the underrated, if not arguably, this dude could be a top villain in the Mad Max universe. Furiosa, if you can get over the CGI and the soundstage look, that one is a sneaky good one, I would say.
Well, maybe I'll get wasted and watch it one day, Dion.
It's great. I was drunk when I saw it the first time in theaters. You know what I'm saying? It was great.
I do know what you're saying.
You get me. You get it.
No, I just love how much Chris Jericho stole from this movie.
Yep. It was his gimmick. His whole gimmick was Mad Max.
Dude, think of how much wrestling has ripped off of this. The Road Warriors.
Yep. Holy shit, dude. No joke. No
Demolition.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all and Undertaker dressed like this for a hot minute. Psycho Sid, like before he was Psycho Sid. This is probably one of the low-key most influential movies of the 80s in terms of design that like there are so many things that were inspired by it that people don't even realize. So I love a good important film, and I love this movie. So
and it was a brilliant look into the mind of that crazy son of a bitch, George Miller.
Yeah, and then he made Babe, which is also solid.
Wow.
And Happy Feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
And the reason why it took us, you know, Furiosa, that was the other thing. It took so long is because he is a very, very hard man to work with. Because he literally just wants to make movies with his wife.
Imagine if
so it's kind of like Rob Zombie.
Dude, because if you get Miller when he's lucid, that Justice League movie could have been fucking awesome. We got fucked out of that one, buddy. That dude was paying attention. He was lucid. He wasn't fighting with the studio all the time. Oh, that could have been something, man. God dang.
Well, it's always what could have been, Dion. We'll think about this forever.
You ain't lying, brother. We've been all been hurt
until the end of this episode. I saw a few seconds of Happy Feet. I was not happy.
That is hilarious. That movie came out like right around the time that like our generation was just like over those movies.
Yeah, now, I think
zero interest.
I think it came out when Casino Royale came out.
Yeah. So
I saw that
like,
in theaters.
Oh, dude, that was a great movie too.
That's a rewatchable film. It's not my favorite Bond movie, but it's one of the better Daniel Craig movies, maybe the best one. Anyway, Kendo, what's your final rewatchable film? Or we've already done all yours, right? Because Nick was a copy of yours.
Well, my last one was it was hard. It was a toss-up between UHF, which is great, or the other one that I picked out because I can never stop watching it because I get the message. Don't Be a Menace. Like I can't not.
Yes.
I remember it came out when I was like in 7th or 8th grade, and it was on HBO, and my buddies and I would watch it. It was on all the fucking time. I had seen, and at that point I had seen Boys in the Hood, Juice, all that shit. So
that was a good one.
I got all the references because as a 10-year-old, there's nothing like watching about inner city drama that does not go on in your suburb that makes you, appreciate life. You're like, man, I don't understand what's going on in New Jack City, but goddamn, it's violent there. Oh shit, St. Louis isn't very far away. And so, yeah, Don't Be a Menace was great. I got, especially like Boys in the Hood. I remember watching that when it came out on tape, and my parents rented for some reason. I don't know why they would watch that, but they did, and I watched it with them. And I'm like, shit, this is kind of a good movie. And yeah, and then Don't Be a Menace came out, and I'm like, this is such a fucking good movie. And to this day, I still love Don't Be a Menace.
Great movie.
I think my favorite part of that whole movie, though, is when Marlon Wayans goes to sleep with the girl, and she's like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, you're so tight," and she's like, "Wrong hole," and he goes, "Oops, sorry," and it makes that same sound effect from Scary Movie.
I love the part where Marlon and Sean go to that fucking food truck, and he's like, Tashiki's pregnant. You see the guy behind the thing fumble all the fucking cups.
When Marlon's making cake I laugh the hardest.
Oh my god.
That's my favorite fucking part. Just like, the classic. Oh, he's cooking dry. It's just a fucking measure of flour and shit. Just thinking about that makes me fucking start.
Oh, when the grandma pops out of the fucking trash can and the dead president's thing fucking firing 2 guns at once will never not be funny.
I love he's got the missile. Do we have a problem?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like when they have the whole thing with like upping one another with the fucking weapons, and he's got a fucking nuke in the back of his mail truck.
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
I know exactly what comes after that.
That's where Longest Yard stole that fucking joke. They just turned it into a fucking ad because they stole that joke from Don't Be a Menace, 100%.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Eyes out your eyes. I was like, man, shut the fuck up. You stole that from Don't Be a Menace, Terry. Shut up.
She got more kids than Mrs. Wayans.
Okay, so is that everybody's list? Do I have one left, or is that it?
Oh, you got one left.
You got one.
Okay,
left.
So I originally had Batman, but I've talked about Batman a lot. But I've also watched it. The reason I picked these is because if you were to say, "Hey, put one of these on right now," I would stop what I'm doing to watch it. Like Batman is a go-to film.
Yeah,
I never get tired of it. Anytime it gets a re-release in theaters, I'm going to go out and watch it. I'm a sucker for the merchandise still. Almost 40 years later at this point. It was like the first movie I ever remember because my mom bought it for me on tape and she got me into superhero stuff. So there wasn't a time when I didn't have access to that film. And every time, man, either the Prince scene in the Guggenheim Museum or the part when he's standing up at the gargoyle looking at the bat signal with the bell dinging. It's just got so many great parts.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, it's quotable. I'm of a mind to make some Mookie. Like the Joker makes that movie, but Batman's
still
awesome.
Still the greatest hero pose in all of film, in my opinion, is from '89.
Junior Bird Boy, miss me. Everything about that movie is awesome.
What kind of world do we live in where a man dressed as a bat gets all my press?
Bob Gunn. I think that would be the one thing I'd change. I don't want Bob to die. I love Bob.
Remember,
we watched
number one.
Okay. Dude, I was about to say, Devin does that now all the time. Like he'll be like, "You are our number one guy." I'm just like, "Thank you for referencing." I'm glad that's your
parenting done right. Parenting done right.
He's gonna be kid's gonna be all right.
Watched it the other day with the kid in the room. The whole time he's like, "Where's Batman?" I'm like, "Is that the bad guy?" Yes, those are a bad. I was like, you're kind of ruining the movie for me, kid. I have to keep answering all the questions. Oh wait, you're 4 and you've never seen this. Okay, and then we ended up watching. Apparently, one night I had drunkenly finished watching Svengoolie and turned on Batman came on, and I was like, record every episode. So then there was 15 episodes on my sling of 66 Batman. So then we just sat there and was watching that. So we watched a lot of old TV show Batman. So that was nice.
I love Adam West Batman.
Dude, it was it's one of those things we had Nick at Night, so it was great. We got to watch all the fun old stuff. But yeah, when old Batman came on, especially with that music and just the outlandish costumes and everything like that, dude, it was so good. It was so wonderful.
As a kid, I didn't notice that Cesar Romero had his
mustache
still, and it was painted over. As an adult, I can't not fucking.
Yeah, I know.
The other day it was a 2-parter with Joker, and the whole time, every time he's.
Oh man,
I love the baseball one where he jumps on the home plate and springs out of the Gotham jail.
Shit is so. Listen, shark repellent bat spray is still my favorite.
Shark repellent bat spray.
That's still my favorite thing.
Yes.
After seeing it as a kid and then I still fucking laugh, especially when they're doing the dramatic thing and fucking Robin's and it's spinning and he's just fucking wailing on this fucking shark. Oh, that is funny
and it's just like a rubber. It's just like a fucking inflatable goddamn rubber shark. It's a green screen, and it's just You're just like you're just like they believe this back. They probably believed this back in the day, but this was like peak TV back then. It was like full color. Sir. It was great. They loved it. You know, it's nuts. It was fucking nuts.
So
yeah, it's the silliest Batman scene ever.
It is, but it's one of those things. People huddled around their TVs. It was like appointment television. They got their little TV dinners together and were around it and watching this show.
Yeah. Well, them on the bat line going past the movie was the gag of the time too.
Oh my god, up the building! Holy shit, I love that stuff.
And then 30-something years later, the Clerks cartoons perfectly parried it with them fucking pulling up the rope. He's like, "Why are we walking like this?" And the screen turns, and they're just walking across the ground on the rope.
Womp, womp.
Love it, fucking love it.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit, you old hag.
Oh, jeez.
God, that show should have got more love.
The best part about that show, though, Kendo, is if you watch the DVD commentary, they're talking shit about this other show that's going to get aired on Fox, and they start talking all this shit, and the little show's called Family Guy. So they completely fucked that one up because they're talking shit about Seth MacFarlane the entire time.
To be fair, Family Guy was a decent show until about 2005.
Agreed.
Oh, I'd give it until 2011. Because those later, there's some solid 2010s episodes. Plus, that's when Blue Harvest and shit came out. I do like those.
I will say the best. I watched a video last night about Family Guy and how it sucks. And the best comment I saw in there was, "You can die a Breaking Bad or live long enough to become Family Guy." I'm like, oh
shit,
that is fucking accurate.
Yeah, I'd rather be Breaking Bad, man. I'd rather a short, memorable run than to like really hammer it out like for 20 seasons and be like, well, we got a few more views this month, but you keep this going. Like, why?
Yep. Overstaying your welcome.
Yeah. And then another comment was, you remember Family Guy for the jokes, you remember South Park for the episodes. And I'm like, that is fucking accurate. Like, I remember some of the jokes and the gags on Family Guy when I'd watch it like 15, 16 or plus years ago. But you tell me an episode of South Park, I'm like, dude, I remember that episode. Holy shit, that was 2000. Like, my favorite episode of South Park is the fun times, good times with weapons. And it's like, that was 20 years ago at this point, and I still remember that episode verbatim.
Yeah. I mean,
Scott
I think
Tenorman's Parents my favorite.
I think
yeah, that was even longer ago.
Yeah, I think that's why Key and Peele, like when they did 5 seasons, they're like, yeah, we're done. We're not doing it anymore. I'm like, that was good. You did 5 solid seasons. You had a hilarious amount of rewatchable, clips and everything, especially AA Ron, like that. Oh my god.
Yep.
That and
my friend Aaron is still AA Ron to this day. Like, we don't. He ceased his name. I had known him as Aaron from kindergarten up until that episode, and then he became AA Ron from there on.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and
dude,
I think I've ever called him Aaron since then.
Yeah, so like they've made a lot of hilarious skits, and like they went out on top. It was great. It was wonderful.
Dude, you know why they don't work together, though, right?
Still hilarious.
I've heard why, but I'm not really sure.
Apparently, according to all these new videos that have come out, Keegan-Michael Key's wife is very invested and involved in his career, and has caused him a lot of problems and cost him lots of jobs.
Yep.
So that's why he's only doing commercials and stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, he is awesome on that State Farm commercial, and I hate it.
It is hilarious. Not the one with Danny McBride. The other one is good.
That makes me sad, because that man is like, whenever I hear people talk about meeting him in the street, he's always incredibly nice. So they pictures with everybody and give everybody the time of day, and that really sucks because he should be doing like way more movies. I remember he was in one with Bryan Cranston where he was like James Franco's assistant or something, because James Franco was rich.
Oh, why him?
Yeah, why him? Yeah. And like there was a scene of them in the toilet and everything, and like it was funny as shit. It was hilarious. And he even did a Netflix show with Colby Smulders, like College Friends or something. It was funny in that too. It just that just sucks, man, because like he's genuinely hilarious. And like if it's one of those things, like if he's in a movie and he's one of the main characters, I'm more likely to watch it because of him. He's one of the people that I'll go to the theaters for sure if he's in it.
I even like him in Keanu. When they
oh my god, that
real hood. That was the part of that movie. Or when they're singing George Michael in the van about
finger.
Yep. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I know he pops up every now and again on some Netflix and Amazon Prime movies, but if he's on those, I'll usually take my time and watch him because he's funny as shit, man. He does a good job. So
yeah, I wish him a higher career trajectory because I enjoy his work more than I enjoy Jordan Peele's. So
yeah, that's true.
Get out.
I mean, the dude made the Twilight Zone terrible. And they've tried to remake it 3 times, and it didn't suck until he did it. So,
yeah. I'd like to take this time to apologize on behalf of all the white people for all the things we did wrong that Jordan Peele opened my eyes to from that Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
dude, that was peak 2020s, I think, or 2010s, or whatever. But it was just what the fuck are we watching? The hell was this?
Back when people could get away with it for a minute.
Oh God.
Yeah. At least in Rod Serling's, the twist was always pretty good. And Jordan Peele's twist was by the 3rd or 4th episode, I'm like, what'd the white people do now, Jordan?
It really was that one, the fucking college with that cop that was following him all the way to school.
Oh my God.
We go from the Twilight Zone where this lady is being followed by a ghost across the country because she doesn't realize she's dead and she's in purgatory. Awesome twist. Then it's like, hey, the cop's white. That's the twist. And you're just like, oh, wow. Thank you, Jordan Peele. He even ruined Nightmare at 20,000 feet.
Yes. Yeah.
The minute that he was doing a version of it, I'm just like, when your go-to move is to go to the go-to episode that all the normies choose, okay, so now you're not trying to do Twilight Zone. You're trying to do your thing underneath the blanket of Twilight Zone, and people clock that shit. The minute that he was like, "Yep, we're gonna do episode of 20,000 horror," 20,000, I'm like, "Yep, he's gonna fuck it up. He ain't doing this for the right."
There was one about like meteors falling from the sky, and only men would be violent, and then they had a bunch of dudes in the background of all that with red hats. I'm like, just fucking stop, man! I know what you're doing. This is not. You're
like, the allegory doesn't work when you're just blatantly telling us what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And there was one. I think that they tried redoing the one with the faces where if they were ugly or they looked perfect, they were considered the opposite in that world. And I remember watching the episode, and all there was there's a bunch of member berries in the entire episode. There are little things in the background for the old Twilight Zone. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? This is supposed to be its own episode. He just kept redoing old episodes and try to spin them with modern politics. I'm like, don't do that. Just don't do that. Yeah, he got 2 seasons and it fucking died because it
got a second season?
Yeah, it got 2 seasons.
Oh.
Because it's that's how every show now happens. They'll get 2 seasons, and then if the second one has worse viewership than the first one, it doesn't go anywhere.
To be fair, the first episode he did about the comedian, even though Kumi Nabjabi was the main character in that one.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
That was actually a good episode. And I didn't hate Kumi Nabjabi yet. He hadn't turned into an insufferable douchebag at that point. So I didn't mind Kumi Nabjabi at that point. I'm like, it's a good episode. Okay. That's pretty good twist. I like it. And then the airplane one happened. And I'm like, I wonder where this is going. And then, got through the rest of it. It was like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hate myself or hate Jordan Peele. I can't figure out for sure yet what I'm supposed to hate. And then Kumi Nabjabi turned into an insufferable prick that was totally on, the gas, allegedly, by me. And then I realized I just hated him.
Yeah, because in his 40s he got fit
out
of
nowhere. Breast.
and then double down weirdly, why people are just not liking me because I stopped being fat. No, you keep lying, bitch. We know you're in your 40s and you're looking like Ryan Reynolds. That you didn't stop lying. We're not redacted, buddy.
Yeah, because
then you're making it about you.
If you watch the show Silicon Valley, you see the end
he
of
worked out twice a day. All he ate was chicken breast, broccoli, and brown rice. That's all he did. I believe it 100%.
Looking like Brad Pitt.
Jesus Christ. If you watch the Silicon Valley show that he was on, like the end of season, I think 4 or whatever it is, he's like nerdy Indian guy. And then at the beginning of season 5, all of a sudden, he's like good looking nerdy Indian guy. I'm like, what the hell happened?
No
like, what did you do?
there was no gas. It was just brown rice, broccoli, and chicken. That's it.
Yep. Only it was brown rice, and the chicken came with a label on the side that said, make sure you take this with a Dramamine so it doesn't clog your blood. But the street name for it is chicken.
Oh, that's what chicken breast is these days. Why has it got needles?
Yeah.
So it gets really deep inside of you and really
right
does its job.
You can get all the
just inject the chicken breast.
Inject the chicken breast.
How much chicken has The Rock eaten over his life?
Shit.
Well, the last time he was
claiming
claiming it was nothing but egg whites and buffalo, and I'm like, that's a lot of fucking eggs and buffalo considering he claims he eats like 10,000 calories a day. I'm like, dude, I have a carton of egg whites. That whole thing is like 50 calories. It's like you gotta eat a shitload of those and buffalo, because buffalo is essentially beef, and an 8-ounce beefsteak has something like 500 calories to it. So like if you're eating like 8 to 10,000 calories a day while you're clanging and banging twice a day, because nobody works harder than The Rock apparently. I don't feel like doing the math right now. Somebody else do the math for me. Tell me how much buffalo and egg whites you have to eat in one day to be like The Rock.
Would you ever stop eating?
Apparently that's
you'd have to be eating all the time.
Yeah, apparently that's the thing, because like he works out so much that he's burning so many calories. He has to keep consuming food because that's just how it is.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't the superhero guys admit that they're on the cycle?
Yeah. Because
they're starting to now. So like that's very much a recent thing. So Frank Grillo was doing a podcast or doing an interview, I want to say in like May or June, because he's kind of, he's in his B action movie phase. And he legit was like, he's like, dude, I'm 52 years old. There's no way I can look like this just eating chicken and rice and broccoli. And everybody was cool. So then like Chris Hemsworth was like, yeah, I do a little bit of extra.
That's who I thought I heard that.
Because it was him, and I want to say Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, yeah.
Because even he was just like, well, I do it with a doctor, blah, blah, blah. But I think the other thing too is he was like a phys ed teacher when he was, doing shit when he was early in the game. So that was his other job, was being a teacher or whatever the fuck it was. So he's like, if you do it, you have to do it. He was kind of saying, make sure you have like a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So he, but actors and even power lifters, it's a very recent thing that they're admitting all this shit is, this is enhanced. Son.
Yeah, because I remember Chris. Yeah, I think I heard the same thing with Hugh Jackman, where like whenever he was doing the shirtless scenes in like Deadpool Wolverine, he didn't drink water for 3 days so he could dry out and like he could look cut.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. No, of course it is. Yeah, of course it fucking is. Don't drink water for 3 days. No, of course.
Well, it's like the claim about all those calories. There's a channel I watch where the guy will like pick somebody's diet for a day or something like that and try to eat it. There was one he tried to do, he was like, I'm going to eat so-and-so's diet, which he claims is like 8,000 calories a day. And he was fucking tapped out after like meal 3 in like a 4-hour span. He's like, there's no way I can get to 8,000 calories without fucking wanting to like throw up and hate myself. It's like,
send me the link to that because I want to watch
that's this. A lot of fucking food.
Yeah, dude.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
No, that was right when he had, The Rock was throwing that shit out there with the, this is my diet and calories and people are doing it. And it's like, I'm not seeing a lot of like, even if you're working out, you ain't going to see those gains because he's getting a little extra, y'all. Like it ain't because he's eating a shit ton of fucking calories, but it's helped along the fucking. Well, ain't no amount of chicken and buffalo gonna make your traps look like fucking steel pivots for a building. Shit.
It's gonna be interesting to see what he does next.
Dude,
the year where he just shit the bed. Was the Smashing Machine this year or last year?
It was the end of last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Oscar bait.
He went for the Oscar. He didn't get it. He's trying to do safe box office hits. They're flopping. You know he's going to show up in the Fast and Furious, and then that's going to be kind of the reprieve of his.
Well, no, I think he's coming back to wrestling. I think it's wrestling because whenever The Rock specifically is facing pushback on his career, he defaults to wrestling, and I think he's. I don't think
wrestling fans are going to accept him though.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think that's where you were right. Is that he's going to try it, and wrestling fans are going to remind him, "Nah, bitch, this ain't that." But I think I am 10 toes down, fucking putting money on the fact that The Rock's gonna show up at SummerSlam because every time, especially after Moana's gonna lose $100 million fucking dollars, every single time, that dude will come crawling back to same thing that Marvel's doing with Doomsday. Where did your failure bring you? Back to us. And The Rock is gonna do his damnedest. My guess is it's gonna be with the WWE title match, but because it's SummerSlam, and him and Brock are cool. I think it's gonna be some shit with the Obafemi match, but he is gonna start groveling back to wrestling fans this year, 100%.
Well, and I mean, like it's terrible because yeah, I think he has to be done for a while because like his action movies aren't hitting. Nothing he's doing is hitting. His alcohol company, nobody's buying celebrity alcohol anymore because they know it's full of bullshit. And the company that they've gone with now is under. I think a lot of them have done tequila, and that company is like in a lawsuit now because they were saying like 100% agave and like they're in a lawsuit now because of that. So
and all that shit from Black Adam's coming back to bite him in the ass now.
Yeah. So
all the behind the scenes shit he did.
Yep. And so like it's really, he really fucked up. So I mean, even if he goes back to wrestling, now nobody's gonna like him. So it's gonna be like you need to just go chill out, Rock, for about like 3 to 5 years and just come back at a later
That's
date.
what he should do. But and Kendo and Jeff and I always kind of allude to it, especially when we talk about wrestling. But The Rock he is a son of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was not known for easing off the gas pedal unless he absolutely fucking had to. And so much of
the gas,
preferably the gas because gas pedal stuff. You get it. But he is not going to do the smart thing. He's going to do the Vince McMahon thing and double down and try to maybe not force his way into some WWE shit. But he's absolutely going to be like, hey, where's the bread butter? And it's go back to wrestling. I agree with you, man. Nick, you were right. He should rescind into the background and stay there for like a year and a half.
Yeah, like show up in like a lot of funny comedy shows. Do like 1-2 episode like arcs, and just do that for a bit and be funny Rock again. Do that kind of thing. Like just go back to
be
that.
The Rock again.
Yeah, or just be the Rock again.
Yeah, just be The Rock again.
Yeah,
everything falls apart when he becomes Dwayne Johnson.
Well, see, I don't know if he could ever be the version of The Rock that we all liked because this is me saying it, he's fake now. He comes out and he does this stupid thing with his arm and he jumps around and he smiles and he's like, I think The Rock killed his wrestling career on the first night of the Netflix debut. When he broke character, he told Cody Rhodes what a great story they put on. They tried to talk like it was theater. He's shaking the hand of Ted Sarandos and all this other shit. I'm just like, oh man, you're just a corporate dude now. And I don't think fans are going to cheer him. You're going to get people like CM Punk talking shit. The fans will take it. And I don't want that. But I think at the end of the day, The Rock's got one avenue. Go into the Hall of Fame and stay away. He's got almost $1 billion. Like, no one's going to miss him. He's not going to miss any money.
For sure. No, for sure. No, yeah, like I said, I think 3 years you need to just kind of like, I don't know, just fuck off and not do anything. And
how many times in those 3 years, though? How many times in those 3 years will he post on Instagram that it's his first time eating an In-N-Out burger? Because he's already at least 3 of those.
Once a quarter.
There's been at least 3 Instagram posts if it's his first time at In-N-Out burger. It's like, that's
such a dumb lie.
That's so stupid. That's so fucking stupid.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I haven't had a piece of candy since like 1998. Bullshit.
Nose candy,
so, and a lot of those candies that you were eating, Rock, were groupies on these movie sets, dog. So we be hearing about you, man. Don't be acting like you ain't been eating no candy, son.
It's pie. He's eating a lot of pie.
He's eating a lot of pie.
I mean, he wrote a song about pie with Slick Rick.
Oh God, I'm sure when he's been filming in Atlanta, some of these fucking bartending chicks here, I'm sure they got some stories.
Hey yo, and especially he's been riding the Samoan wave for a while now. He's been picking up them island groupies.
100%. Yeah.
Wouldn't you do same thing though? If you
that's what half of fucking Moana was.
Exactly. You get it. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go slap me up. I'm gonna get me up some slap some cheeks down in my home island area. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put this wig on and make $1 billion." No,
a lot of money, of course.
He's talking to his assistant. It's Thursday, all right. Where is she? All right, there should be some bitch in my trailer.
I wasn't with the hooker today.
Yeah, it's fucking Thursday, all right. Wednesday's gone. It's Thursday. Where the fuck is she? Okay, it's 8.
Be careful. That's what happened to Sam Cooke.
It's 8:03
a.m.
Where the fuck is she?
Hey yo, where is she, dog? I paid. I gave you $5,000 up front.
Give you $5,000 in cash. Where the fuck is she? It's Thursday. What's happening?
I told someone I was giving him the rock bottom.
I almost want to make this skit with Jeff as the rock.
I'll do it, man. Let's make this.
Put on that shirt.
Yeah,
dude.
I'll get my WrestleMania shirt. I'll get my hair trimmed up and we'll do it. I'll put on
put a ball cap on.
We'll just have Jeff really talk down to his assistant and then to a PA and be like, "Where the fuck is she?
Where is she?"
Oh, Dion, I bought one of these for cons now. We got these old WWF mics.
Hell yeah, man.
So, Nick, I've been up in the game. Yeah,
nice, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I think next week I'm going to get a 4K webcam. So,
ooh, shit.
Up everything. Yeah, I got big light pads. I need more space. So that's what I really need. I need a house.
Yeah.
Let's see. Variety did a piece with I'm going to call him The Rock and Brendan Fraser recently. The Rock said he wants to be appreciated as an actor, and Disney probably owns him. I don't think he's ever going to be appreciated as an actor because it's in the court of public opinion. He's just hated now, and I don't think he can come back from it because he's hated for dumb lies. It's not even like he did anything or hurt anybody outside of the Hawaii thing.
Yeah. The Hawaii thing was dumb, and also him coming out with a fucking shampoo and being like, "Oh yeah, this shampoo is great." I'm like, "You're bald, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah, that.
Well, and then getting the spot on the TKO board, which is essentially just you get paid almost $1 million, and it's really just a headpiece position on the board, and you're talking about all this shit with Mama Rhodes. You ain't saying nothing to TKO. That was a mark against him.
Yeah, and then when his last movie flopped, and he came out and was like, it's hard because I've been typecast as a big action star that only is in blockbuster movies. It's like, dude, your last several movies have bombed. What are you talking about? Only in blockbuster. Yeah, blockbusters in bombs. Yeah, okay, those are blockbusters too.
Yeah, Blockbuster went out of business.
And also, dude, that's what you wanted. Mm-hmm. You
wanted to be that guy.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Yeah. You're
don't say yes to every fucking script that gets stuck underneath the stall door when you're taking a shit.
Yeah, or just don't say yes to everything with Kevin Hart in it. That's probably another thing. Do that all the time.
Even though Kevin Hart's not nearly as disliked as The Rock is.
Yeah, but I think
that's hilarious that he has become more disliked than Kevin Hart.
Yeah, because Kevin Hart was everywhere, and people. I think he knew he's like, well, I kind of peaked out. I need to kind of not do so much now, and I think he kind of figured it out.
People are sick of seeing me. They keep saying X-Pac eat. I don't know what that means, but. That always comes up whenever I'm on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like The Rock's 2 emotional movies or anything like that conveyed his acting appeal was like Pain and Gain and then Walking Tall. That's it.
I think he needs to play a bad guy, not a redeemable character, just an absolute douchebag character, something that's vile. And then I think people might go, "Oh, okay," because it's that nice guy smile That's not how he got famous in the first place.
Wasn't that his whole job in the first Fast and Furious movie he was in? He was the bad guy because he was the guy trying to bust up the Fast and Furious, but even then he wanted to win.
No, I wouldn't call him the villain of the movie because he might have been trying to stop him, but then he becomes a hero. He lets him go. They team up. Like something really nefarious. Not like a Hans Gruber that he's likable. Like make him a bad guy that people are like, I can't wait for this dude to die. And then he does. People are like, wow, that was awesome. Like maybe he can redeem himself by just dying in all of his movies.
I agree. Yeah, he needs to be, a bad guy. I mean, come on, Jeff. Skyscraper was an amazing movie.
Yeah, you mean Die Hard with a peg leg?
Yeah.
Shit. Handicap Die Hard.
Handicap Die Hard. Oh my god, that fucking movie. No, I'm with you, Jeff. He needs to be an irredeemable villain. He really does.
Because I always I liked him as a kid as a wrestler. I was a big fan then, and I still go back and I watch that shit and I go, oh man, this was fun, this was exciting. But it's kind of embarrassing every time he comes on TV or does something. I'm just like, well, I don't want to spend money on this, or I don't want to support this. And I always paraphrase like this, folks. If somebody that was like a diehard fan back in the day, is turned off to this shit, well, hold on though, Dion, I couldn't justify the Tooth Fairy back in college. I said that was bullshit back then. We all made fun of him.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That was that first round of when he was like, I am not doing that wrestling thing anymore. And he was Dwayne Johnson, and sure enough, he does the Tooth Fairy, he does the game plan, he does what other bullshit he did. I did like Faster, but that's a good movie. Does all that shit, and it's a fun rewatchable movie. I'll even say. But then, people weren't going out for that shit. And he came back to wrestling. WrestleMania 27 rolls around. He's the host and setting up this match with John Cena. And then it's him and Cena cutting promos. And it gets a little personal because you have the Rock character and Cena the wrestler kind of legitimately cutting promos on one another. And then he takes off again. And then he gets in Fast Five. And then people like him again. He's doing shit with Jason Statham, and he's in the action movie scene. And then he's the blockbuster dude. And then here we are, right? It's The Rock trying to be. I'm Dwayne Johnson now. I'm not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm Dwayne Johnson. I'm trying to win Oscars. I'm playing Mark Coleman. I'm on the TKO board that owns the company that made me famous. I'm, doing really greasy shit with the Black Adam stuff behind. And so now here we are again. It's right in that 2005 and 2010 space of time where people are tired of him. And sure enough, that's why he is going to try to fucking go back to wrestling to just repeat the fucking cycle. I think I agree with you that the being a bad guy. And I'd say be a bad guy in some action, but go back to your roots, dog. Action movies, bad guy, likable shit. But he's gonna do the Vince McMahon thing, and he's going back to wrestling. And I don't think he's gonna wrestle, but he's either gonna try and pull some shit to do some coach shit with the Undertaker to kind of wrap that up a little bit. But yes, man, he's gonna try and beg for us to come back to the table, to the SmackDown hotel. Yeah.
I feel like he's also going to do like the podcast circuit heavily and try to do that thing for a bit as well. Maybe even get on Rogan or something and try to talk about what's going on currently. And he's like, oh yeah, things are tough. People just hate me now, whatever bullshit he wants to say. Mm-hmm. And he's going to try to get sympathy with that, and people are just gonna be like, dude, you're worth like, I don't know, probably $750 million. We don't fucking care. Like if you're not happy. Tough shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, do some
happiness.
At least you haven't had to see your childhood hero jumping up and down on a couch over Katie Holmes, or advocating for a religion that believes in Xena.
That's true. Tom Cruise is a nut bar.
Yeah, it's like
he's a
you haven't had to go through that, and it's like, luckily that was like 20 plus years ago. I've had time to get over that, but I don't think that I haven't tried.
Good one, Kendo. Good one. Let's check in with the audience and start to slow things down because we're near the 3-hour mark. So Georgian, who's been a member for 41 months, thank you, Georgian. I appreciate that. Ernie Hudson is slated to appear at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Time to slip a copy of Wokebusters to him as I suggested ages ago. Well, I got a copy of Wokebusters all over. I'll get one for him. And I'll say, Ernie, this bud's for you. And just hand
This
him
bud's for
Wokebusters.
you.
Here's one right here. There we go. I'll get him the original logo, though, because he's not... maybe I'll give him this one. Who knows? We're on it. But he'll definitely understand this part. Yeah, I'm happy with that book. Folks, check out Wokebusters. Go to stealingsolo.com, click the little tab at the top, and check out Wokebusters. I'll ship you out a copy tomorrow. We have all 4 covers available. But that purple cover only has 25 copies left. So if you're serious about limited stuff, I only ordered 100 ever. So you'll have one of 100 books, and there's 25 left. So there you go. Thank you, Sir Georgian. I'll send you a picture of Ernie Hudson receiving Wokebusters. Then we'll send you pictures of Ernie Hudson at dinner with random people just throwing copies of Wokebusters at him. And then eventually he'll get a 6 a.m. wake-up call at his hotel, and underneath his door will be copies of Wokebusters. I was like, what the fuck is
seems
this?
excessive.
I won't do it. The fans will. We'll send them all 75 or all 25 copies of the purple one. It was funny, Nick. I just got an email today that the Lexington Comic and Toy Show is doing an emergency or an extra show, and they're like, "Would you like to be a part of it?" And I said no because we'll be at Dragon Con. So
yeah, it's in September. I think I didn't know it was the same weekend. Yeah, it's like I don't know why that and Scarefest are doing 2 shows a year now. It's like, and it's funny because I think they just did like Spawn of Scarefest and like it bombed hard. Like nobody went. So like it was weird. Like I've already I think FrankenCon in Knoxville when I went to it in June, that was their last show. They're not doing another one because it's not happening. Cinema Wasteland closed their convention as well too. Like they're not doing another one ever. So like
they were around for a while. Early
2000s,
right?
they were a wild convention. But it's because you can see people are getting tired of it now. They're tired of seeing the same people. They're tired of seeing the same vendors. They're tired of a lot of these like conventions. So like the big ones are going to be fine. The small ones, it's going to be hard to get them started and like keep them going. It's going to be really difficult. So like we're finally seeing this era of conventions of just like if you've been around for 5 years, you might be on your way out.
I tell you this, like you hit the nail on the head about you can only see. And I'm just picking people, not picking on people, but you can only see Kane Hodder so many times. I almost said Forey. I'm like, you can see Ken Forey any day of the week. That's cool. That guy's older. Let's, keep him around. But like Kane Hodder, you can only see Freddy Krueger so many times. You can only see Linnea Quigley and the people from so-and-so. Oh, John Carpenter's here. Yeah, but he shows up at cons every couple years. Like, I think it's repetition, pricing, vendor pricing is a problem too. Because they have to jack up their prices because everybody shows up for autographs. They're not buying stuff anymore. And the tables go up in price. Did you realize that it is only a $100 difference to work Dragon Con than it is the Lexington Comic and Toy Show?
Is it? Are you fucking serious?
I'm working Dragon Con coming up, man. I'm not going to do I'll do both. But like $100 difference for literally 30 times the amount of foot traffic. And that's not an exaggeration. That's not me being hyperbolic. It's like, folks, Dragon Con takes over downtown Atlanta. That is a whole.
If you ever do Dragon Con, you know that your lodging is free, so it's all good.
Dude, what I'll do is if you do it that way, I'll buy your pass.
Cool
for that
That's
weekend.
Great. That's great.
And then you can just be at the table with me every once in a while. We'll still do the show like we always do.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll have like an auxiliary team. We'll get like maybe Dion and Kendo can come down and we'll make a thing of it. It'll be
I like this.
Yeah, Dion, you can just drive. You can just fly down like I do, or we can just drive together. It's up to you.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Where are we going?
Dragon Con, like I was telling you guys, it's cheaper to work it than I thought. So,
it's like why? Yeah, because I mean, like even when you're down here, we drive in every day and pay for parking, which is way cheaper than getting a fucking room. Because there was actually a thing that happened. I think one of the hotels sent everybody a mass cancellation about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Across a few rooms, and I was like, "Oh, everybody's pissed now." So, like, I want to say it's 200. I could be wrong with the number, but like 200 people's rooms got canceled.
Damn.
I mean, that's not funny for anybody, but if you have a couple of these events, like a couple of incidents where you turn off enough people, then word of mouth spreads, because the con people are very particular. If their habits are broken, if they can't get to the Starbucks at the right time, if so-and-so is not selling the weird flavored ice creams in the same spot, if the DJ strays away and plays a song that's not approved, like they're going to fall apart mentally.
That's true. That's true.
And I don't want the cons to go away, but we met working at a con.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so different these days, man. I would love for it to go back to that chill mentality where people are just there to buy stuff and have fun. Now it's like, really, it's more about cosplaying and social media presence and showing that you're a part of this thing than it is keeping the thing alive. And it's as long as you have that type of horde mentality where it's all about themselves, they'll let everything that they're a part of fall apart for ego and not greed, but like ego and being selfish. And it sucks because I don't really want to see these con people lose out on their nest egg, or the people that are putting into it. Like outside of the horror hound people, I like most of the people that run cons. So,
Yeah.
Always have to throw that dig in there.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, and it's and I think there always needs to be cleaning out of the shittier ones. It needs to happen for sure. And I'm glad it's happening. It's about fucking time. Some of these just needed to just end. But no, some of the smaller ones, like I'm glad there's a couple in Tennessee that are still happening. No, Fanboy still happening. There's CreepyCon happening at the end of this month. I'll be down there. I'll be down there Friday for that one. Just one day. I'll drive down, do some shit, and come back. So, yeah. But no, I mean it's some of those vendors. That's that's their bread and butter. They do them like. I remember meeting somebody who did like 50 of them all the time. They were just going around the country, just traveling all around the U.S., just doing conventions and selling their stuff, and that's how they made their money. It was insane.
I couldn't do that.
Same. I couldn't. There's no way. There's no fucking way. But some people, that's how it was.
Do you remember the time that we worked 2 back-to-back cons? It was when we first met. It was Lexington or the Horror Hound out in Indiana, and then 2 weeks later was Cincinnati, and we were like new friends. I was like, "Come to dinner, let's hang out, let's do this."
Yeah, for sure.
But we were both like drained from Horror Hound the previous week. We were just like, "All right, let's do this."
Yeah, because I think it was like when Horror Hound changed to that convention center, Sharonville, and we got the good tables like next to the food vendor or whatever. And everybody was mad at us.
Yeah.
I remember that time. Yeah, that was a time that I had contacts and like I couldn't close my fucking cash box because I had so much money in it.
And that was the time where I milked the Walking Dead people. It's like,
yes.
I walked out with a lot of money from just Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was peak Walking Dead. Yeah, like anything Walking Dead, people, if it wasn't nailed down, they'd buy it from you. Yeah.
I had this stupid print called the Walking Deadpool. That thing sold out. It was literally just like Deadpool's head getting cut off. It's not even the best thing I've ever drawn, but back then, man, it was.
Dude, there was even the Barbara Crampton one you did from Reanimator. And people,
I think I have that on a flash drive.
And people and people like fucking went nuts for that because she was there that year and they wanted to buy it and have her sign it.
I just like that she hates the print.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. But no, dude, before COVID, like 2010 to 2020, like 2015 or whatever, like we were fucking making bank of the shows, man.
Except Fandom Fest, that thing died. We lost money. Yeah, we worked at this show down in Kentucky. We shared a room with a group of people. It was like me, Nick, Dan, and Dixie, and like none of us made any money. Like nobody bought anything.
I still talk to that guy who runs that.
Oh well,
it's fine. It's fine.
Damn, dude.
I'm not. He's more of an acquaintance than anything else.
I mean, the con died, so he knows
it did. But he's trying to like. He's still trying, man. He's still trying.
But like you said, how many times can you go see Captain America? Like even some of the Marvel people show up at these cons. Like it's great to go see like Brandon Routh, but how many times can you meet Superman before it's just like, because when we work these things or when I work them, I'm just like, oh, it's another voice actor and this person and that person. It's always cool to see them and say hi, but you know, after like 10 years in a row, I think everyone's got enough James Arnold Taylor autographs that they'll ever need. So
yeah, but like even at Scarefest last year, King Hunter was there still to line around this table. And
he's different.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's Jason. He's the Jason. Everybody, and he's a nice guy too. So
yeah, super nice guy. But it's one of those things where it's like, I'm right there with you. Like, how many of these signatures do you need? And then every now and again, you get that jackass with his fucking trailer of 23 Funko Pops who need to be signed and put into their own little like airtight plastic case, And he's waiting for this person to die so he can sell them all on eBay. It's like, fucking hell, man. Calm down.
Somebody that
Scares is a fucking fandom, man.
Somebody in the chat says, "Does Virgil still go to cons and try to scam people? Isn't Virgil dead?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Virgil's been dead for a few years.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I could have sworn I saw him at a convention selling T-shirts. I could have sworn.
No,
$20.
He was at the Lansing Comic Con just this past weekend.
No, Virgil's been dead for a little while.
Yeah,
Could have sworn I saw him in Knoxville. Could have sworn I saw him in Knoxville selling fucking T-shirts.
I mean, it would be the most carny pro wrestling thing if someone was pretending to be Virgil.
Oh God,
it'd be the most carny pro wrestling thing if you pretended to be dead and then showed up at con. No,
yeah, that's
Michael
the more
Charles,
carny.
Michael
that
Charles
is
Jones,
peak
better known
carny.
as Virgil, has been deceased since the 28th of February of 2024. So he's been dead for a little over 2 years.
Yeah,
he was 72, unless you looked at his paperwork, and then he was only 62 because he lied about his age. A lot.
It's that meat sauce, bro.
That fucking meat sauce.
Yeah.
All right.
The breadsticks will do that to you.
Our friend Jim Sterling and a Mantini, thank you very much. He says, Star Trek, the Tug of Khan. Khan has access to the Enterprise's CCTV cameras. When the sinister plan, why does he have a Tribble and a bottle of lube? Why is he perving on Kirk? No, Khan, no! Better than
by the way, Jeff, there's going to be a old Star Trek bridge Lego set coming out September 1st.
I saw that today. Yeah, Dion, I sent you a picture in the chat. They just announced Miami Vice figures, like new ones.
Okay, all right.
Yep, I saw. I already heard it. I'm watching that one. I just put down my John Barenthal Punisher.
Now here's the thing. Whenever they do a first of the month set, it comes with a gift with purchase. It's probably going to be like a good one. So like, be wary of that.
Oh, I'm going to be paying attention. Look, Nick, this morning when I got up with my coffee, I'm sitting here on my favorite toy website, Toy Arc, and I'm looking at all the shit I'm going to buy. And I'm at a point where I'm like, all right, I'm getting these Zelda figures. All right, I don't really see any Marvel figures I want. That's okay. Yeah, Star Wars, I'm pretty much done. Except this like quarter scale Han Solo, which looks awesome. Now Crockett and Tubbs, and I'm still waiting for Axel Foley. Like, I'm buying less, but I'm buying more expensive stuff these days. So.
You're buying the shit you want. You're putting your money where you're just buying. You're buying the good stuff. Buying the good stuff.
Yeah, I did pick up the basic ass Spider-Man from the new movie. I already put him on the shelf, but I did buy this because I buy one from every movie. But that's it. I go to the stores to film this stuff for the channel. Every once in a while, I'll pick up a good deal. Like I got a McCready figure back there, the deluxe one for $16.99. So how could I not buy that?
Nice.
But folks, I will tweet out some stuff from Comic-Con that excites me. But there's a lot of articles out about how comic books are pretty much dead, and they are at Marvel saying how the industry has pretty much changed. I have to get more information from the tweets I've read, but when I get a better grasp of the situation, I'll make you some videos about it.
They've kind of done that to themselves with like the constant like issue 1 of this character from like 2 years ago.
Oversaturation.
Also, too, man.
Yeah.
Beyond just the reboots, like they are antithetical to what the fans want. So, for example, I'll just use Spidey and make it quick. People have for almost 20 years said, we want Mary Jane and Spider-Man to get back together. So what do? They give Mary Jane some boyfriend. They make Spider-Man a cuck. Every time they can, they make him look like an idiot. And people just aren't buying the book the same way. And they keep intentionally making these creative decisions. And people are fed up like me. I got a good chunk of the books. Like at one point I had 75% of every book, or 75% of the book Spider-Man ever appeared in. I kind of stopped buying around 2018. I've tried to pick up books here and there, like huge chunks of it, but I probably bought maybe, say since I've been home, I bought like 120 different Spider-Man comics. I haven't even read a single one. Jeez. I buy them used. I put them in a board in a bag. I put them in the thing. I catalog it. My goal is to get all 1,000 and then stop. And I'm really close. But after that, like, I'm going to tap out on all this type of shit. I'll make it. I'll produce it. I'll be, doing it myself. But picking up Marvel and DC books is a thing of the past for me. So,
right.
I mean, it's coming to roost. I mean, that story just came out earlier in the week about how, there was another sharp ass decline in sales, and people were bringing that shit up. Marvel's they're getting legitimately called out now because they're seeing, like, because I think the month or so ago, it was like from 24 to 25 was like a fucking, it seems like 20% drop in overall sales for their main titles. And like this shit is at least hitting the internet news portion. That's how I hear about shit. And that's usually the gauge of how serious that shit is. And people have been pissed about, because, in the last few stories, major storylines have not sold well. Like, period. All the new shit, because we were making fun of New Avengers and shit, but even the shit after that is not selling. Like shit, like Immortal Hulk is struggling. Like Marvel is getting shat on for just bad writing.
I actually have a Hulk comic book right here. It's like one of the last books I bought. What year is this from? Holy 2024. So, or no, 2023, because it's got a Guardians ad on the back for part 3.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep.
You can get the soundtrack on CD, vinyl, and cassette. Yay. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, Nathan's right in the chat. Refusing to give the fans what they want is exactly why the comic book industry is dying.
Yeah. No shit.
Jettison guy, you might want to read Frankenfisher, because while there's no therapy, there is a portion of the story about getting rid of your collection. So, all right, folks, hold on. We have to stop everything because it's time to do some math. They say that all buttons are created equal, but when you're watching WCBS, you know that there's one that rises above all else.
They say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning, because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Darian217, thank you very much for your super chat. It says, look at the X message I sent you. It's the message I was waiting to send the last couple of weeks. Darian, as soon as Dion sits down, I'm going to read this message to him right now. So Dion, we got something here from our friend Darian, and you're going to want to hear this. It says, there's a February 2020 episode where the discussion was what sports league would be the last to quit because they're greedy, corrupt sports leagues prior to COVID. I was thinking of Dion's quote. He said, FIFA and NCAA, these last few weeks watching what I feel is the most corrupt World Cup I've ever seen to push Argentina to the finals. Dion called it back then. I mean, Mr. Cleo called it. So tell me about this corrupt World Cup. I didn't watch anything outside of America for about 5 minutes.
So the most recent one was with Team USA. Player gets a red card. Trump calls FIFA, and this, remember, FIFA gave him some thing of, a peace award or whatever. He calls, complains about the card, and then the card gets reviewed, and then he's allowed to play. And then I've been with multiple matches where the really bad with Argentina was when they played. Did they? The little island country that like hadn't lost a match, a qualifier, a match that mattered since like 2024, and just like an egregious call, like a red card should have happened, and it was an Argentina player, and the dude didn't get called like at all. So yeah, you could tell that they definitely were trying to make it easier for Argentina to get back to the final, which made it funnier when Spain won. So yeah, and FIFA, obviously, FIFA was being FIFA about a lot of shit. They got sued by the UK, I think, Kendo, for fucking gouging tickets, which Kendo called that shit when we were talking about it earlier before the World Cup started. And then it was a couple of states sued to get information why FIFA was charging so much for tickets in one of the cities in the United States. So, FIFA was uber greedy going into this, and then that shit happened. So it's a lot of questions are going to come out of this World Cup.
Kendo, you're the big soccer guy. What kind of stuff have you seen in regards to this corruption?
Cabo Verde, yes, Cabo Verde, dear. Thank you.
So like Argentina's opening game, Messi cleated the shit out of somebody's calf. No, nothing happened there. The Balogun thing, yes, he got red carded. However, there was a misusage of the VAR. They're not supposed to slow things down and do things like that. They totally slowed it down. An incidental contact of showing him coming down on the guy's like foot and ankle. Then they're like, oh, you can't do that. It's like there were two guys going for a ball. It was a little bit different than fucking just serious foul plays. It should have been red. So he shouldn't have gotten a red. But then obviously Trump made it all about himself, saying, I called FIFA and blah. They were already reviewing it. But that precedent had already been set because before the World Cup, Ronaldo had gotten sent off and should have been suspended for the first two games of the World Cup that Portugal played, but they suspended his suspension so he could play in the World Cup and he wouldn't miss any games. And then other than that, it was Argentina had something like 88 fouls committed in their games and like only like 2 bookings. So it's like there was a whole lot of refs just turning a blind eye to a lot of what Argentina was doing. And then they showed up essentially trying to goon and, punch their way to a championship against Spain. Nick, not that type. Don't think about the Utes. And ended up going against them, and one of their guys actually got sent off because he was stupid and he mouthed off to the referee way too many times and then clattered the hell out of a guy and helicoptered him like 10 minutes later. So that didn't help.
The delay take away of the goal in the Egypt, because Darian brought the
Egypt game. Yeah, the Egypt game was pretty egregious because they were already up 2-0. Egypt should have had a third goal to go up 3-0, but the VAR decided, hey, we got to look at this because there was a foul in the buildup, and it was a very ticky-tack call to take that goal off the board, and then Argentina was able to come back and win that. The England game, things that probably should have been called a little bit more aggressively than they were, but that still doesn't, excuse England from going full England in a course of 7 minutes and losing that game from a winning position. But Spain winning was a good thing to happen. I bet Argentina to win that final game with a Messi goal because I'm like, they're clearly putting it in the bag for these guys. So I'm going to bet what I think is probably going to happen because I think they're cheating for Argentina. And then that game they didn't. So it's like the one game I bet on for Argentina wins, the one that wasn't.
Hell yeah. You got to pick the right time to go against the grain, baby. You know.
Yeah, and then there was the surge pricing with FIFA. Argentina's football is being under reviewed for illegal payments and other things. It's
FIFA.
Okay, it's like, I mean, it's
going all the way back to the 40s. So you know, it's Argentina. You know, they got Spanish first names and German last names for a reason. It's a South American country where 90% of the people are white. There's a reason.
Dude, that shit was so funny when Argentina played France. Hillary was like, "There's history there." I was like, "Bro, you got cool it."
I was watching a cooking show, and it was German Argentina blend, and I went, "Oh, this should be easy." And I just had a chuckle because I don't think the show realized what they had blended together. But
yeah, that's Argentina and Germany have been blending since about 1945.
Yeah, there was something that had happened that really made. There was a couple thousand Germans who went there. I can't remember what it was, but it was something important.
Listen, they're tired of cold Germany. They wanted warm weather, right? They wanted to change.
Yeah. The Rhine is cold.
So, guys, like I said, I didn't watch any FIFA, but Dion, does it feel good to be right? Could you predict some other things for us? Like, I don't know. When is the housing market going to open back up?
Listen, man, you know, it feels good to be right.
2032.
You know, yeah, the housing market's probably going to come back up in about. When's that war going to end? We'll say mid 2030s. But yeah, man, it feels good. You know, like I said, I always bring my best for the best. You know, my best, my predictions, my calls are made for the best of my peoples. You know, the world-class bullshitter audience. Listen, y'all are world-class. I bring you the best because you deserve it. You know, your boy, you know, and I don't want to brag, you know, but sometimes when it comes to the big items, you know, I ain't gonna let y'all down. Come on now. Shit.
Our friend Proper says, Nick, Kendo, and Dion, along with the chat, have not convinced me. Back to the Future wins.
I'm with Justin, whatever you say.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're stuck in the 80s.
Oh, come on, Back to the Future is that awesome.
It is. It is. But you know,
like, is awesome. But you know, at least we thought outside the box and didn't go with the normals. Justin.
Yeah, like Beverly Hills Cop on Laserdisc.
There you go.
Hold on, I think I got Beverly. Hold on, I think I got Back to the
great
Future.
ones are more than 4 out of 4 great ones is better pound for pound than 2 out of 3 great ones. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, or we could have just went for the top 5, but we were like, hey, we talk about these movies all the time. Let's talk about something a little bit different, and so we just kind of went with something a little bit different,
Here you go, Proper. I do have it on Laserdisc.
Of course you do.
See, Nick, I was buying these when Laserdiscs were $1.
Yeah, well, I mean, same with VHS tapes. Now all these kids want VHS tapes and CRT TVs.
Yeah, I didn't want this because I was ever going to watch the damn thing. It was more like, hey, I'm at the half-price bookstore. VHSs are $0.25 and Laserdiscs are $1. I'm going to buy every movie I love on this format.
I'm pretty sure my aunt still has hers. If she can give it to me and just wants me to have it, like I will bring it to you, no problem. And it's yours.
Yeah, and then we'll watch analog versions of our favorite movies. What we'll do, Nick, is I got a 4K TV out here and a whatever 1080p TV. We'll bring it out there. We'll put them side by side. We'll sync up both Back to the Futures to the second, and we'll see like the differences. Like is this full screen? I think it's full screen. Yeah, I don't know what the ratio is. I don't know. I'm not going to do this on the air.
Yeah, no need to get into it.
Now I just want to know for my own folks in the chat. Tell me if this is widescreen Laserdisc or not. I know for a while Star Wars was the best way to watch Star Wars was on Laserdisc, but
yeah, that's
no longer the case. I don't care. to pay $220 though for that home video disc. So folks, check out the video I dropped yesterday. Check out the video I dropped the day before that, and the day before that, and so on and so on.
I still can't believe like that much for just a shitty Star Wars movie and a paper packaging.
Dude, when I read the article, I will spit out my coffee. I was like, "Are you serious?" IGN's like, "It's a great deal. It's a great value." I'm like, "Of course,
that's
crazy.
Gonna say that." Especially if IGN, yeah.
Well, IGN's on their knees, just waiting for that, that special sauce.
Here, I'm going to share the Walmart link right here.
Listen, ain't nobody taking IGN serious for 15 years.
No, okay, I'm looking at it right now on their actual site. What the fuck?
Look, all you get is this. This is a regular steelbook. You get these two posters. These are the regular discs, and you get this paper box. Like, that's it. This is $219.
Jesus.
I have other things I can use that $219 on, like a lot of packs of Busch Light.
There you go.
Classy beers. See, better movies. A lot of them for $219. Shit. What else could I? A couple of things at gas. Now that gas is going back up again. It's Orange Man.
Yeah, I mean, like I think what was it? I sent Jeff this link a couple months ago. It was like the crazy steelbook of Project Hail Mary, which I think was like $40 or $50, and that's way more worth it than this is.
Dude, Project Hail Mary was a great movie too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh, I mean, for that much money, you could buy 2 Project Hail Mary Lego sets.
So for
you could buy $2 of the Legend of Zelda Final Battle sets at the Target I was at earlier today.
Nice.
Put one together, sell the other one.
There you go.
How many refills for Benjamin could you buy with this? Like 10.
That's true.
Like, all joking aside, if this was gifted to me, I'd return it. Like,
no, 100%. Like, it's just one of those things you don't want in your collection because you just don't want it. It's a waste of material and effort and everything. It's just a waste.
To quote Happy Gilmore, it's just not any good. Like,
there you go.
It's not worth buying. So,
yeah,
Dion and I were suckers. We paid to see it in theaters.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yep. The kids like Grogu.
Grogu's a fine character. It's hard to shit on the puppet. He's not the problem. It's just that the movie doesn't feel like a movie. It just feels like a long episode, and then it's very underwhelming. And Sigourney Weaver didn't want to be in that movie. You could tell.
she's like, did the check clear? Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, that's it.
The shit that was in it was cool, but it was just like, dude, this is an episode. This means there's zero implications here.
Yeah, they could have made it like a big episode on Disney Plus or wonderful.
Yeah, just do the show.
Wonderful service.
Yeah, exactly. The service that you're telling us is so awesome. This was a show. Make it a good show, and shit. I mean, some of the parts that were cool, but it's like, guys, what we're doing here? This isn't a Star Wars movie.
There it is. It said Star Wars on it.
they've killed so many IPs because of just because they've been so aggressive with all their marketing and development and all the other bullshit. They've killed so many IPs. So I think I blame the decline of comic books on them. I do.
Of course.
They
bought them in 2009.
Yep.
But here's my honest take though. The reason comic books have died is a Venn diagram of a couple things overlapping. First off, kids don't read comics. Kids don't read that much. Okay, they're on other devices. Kids can't read. But no, when we were growing up, video games were the norm. They weren't new. Like we were born 10 years into gaming being common. So no big deal. Everybody played video games. Comic books were still a thing, but kids don't really read them. The older audience is dying out, sadly, and people like me were turned off to bad writing. And then on top of that, you have a lot of creatives that take to social media that shit on people with different point of views. Now, sometimes people on the internet are shitheads, and of course they're going to get pushback. But a lot of times you get people that just are like, if you don't agree with me or if you don't believe the way I believe, I don't want you reading my book. And they go and they make these platitudes online and they turn people off. That's why there have been fan movements, independent creative movements, and all of this stuff that are more successful dollar for dollar than it would be the Marvel and DC books. So all of those things have come together on top of an oversaturation of Marvel and DC. Well, I'll just say Marvel because DC is not that saturated, but an oversaturation of Marvel properties. You go into literally any store, from the dollar store to the most expensive high-end geek collectible store, and it's just flooded with the same characters, and there's no specialness. The novelty has worn off a decade ago. So I think all of this stuff is just going to be, and also too, we live in a time where a business needs to make a buck right this second. There's no more long-term anything, no long-term investment, no long dollar play. It's just like, oh, if it's not making money in this quarter, we're getting it off the spreadsheets and we're bringing in DLC for the mobile game. Like, that's what's going to replace comic books. DLC and dumb crap with licensed characters. And then in 30 years, when they've mined all the books for the movies and they've rebooted the Avengers 4 times, it's just going to be something dead. Like, I don't think you're going to get a Frank Miller or some kind of young creator that's going to come in and revitalize the industry. You're just going to have those guys like me make your own shit and make your own money that way and sell to an audience and create your own brand. But you're not going to be rushing out to Marvel or DC because they don't pay. So I think their industry's dead. They did it to themselves, and I, for one, don't give a shit anymore. So bye, Marvel. Bye, DC. I'll watch your movies, kind of, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I think the whole thing with the creators, like having these definitive political stances or any stance like that is like another one, because we heard over the last 15 years of just like a lot of them being like, oh, if you believe this way or that way, or then this person or that person, don't buy my books. And then people did what you said, and you got mad about it. It's like you can't be mad at them. They did what you said. Like, why are you pissed off now? Because
this movie's not for you. Okay, I won't see it. Box office tanks.
Yeah, the same shit. It's like if you don't want these people there, like it's so stupid and so idiotic. It's like they think just because they look down at us and they taunt us, like, oh, we don't like you on this side. Don't go to this thing that we made. We didn't, and then you're like, why didn't you go see this thing? It's like, make up your fucking mind. Like, what, it's like it's
well, I think the other thing too is, for someone who isn't in it, right? Like, I am purely a consumer, right? Like, normal people are like, listen, again, you have whatever you feel, whatever certain way about whatever subject you feel big about that shit. The thing you're making has to be good. I'm not, you can only put up with the bullshit. If you're putting out bangers and you wanna get up on your high horse, that's a whole different thing. Because if it's good, I'm like, yeah, no, that's crazy. No, man. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. The system's fucked up. But this shit is, Wolverine did what? So-and-so did what? The consumer does not, they only put up with shit because a lot of people who disagree politically with creators of things, they're big fans of shit, right? Like, that's not an accident. You have people who disagree with the politics of insert favorite creator here, but they put up with it because the shit was good. And comic books, from a purely consumer standpoint, have forgotten the fucking, Nick and I love referencing this shit, but the fucking rule that Roger Corman lived by, it has to be good.
Yeah. And mind you, that man made, like, I want to say 1,000 movies, and he only made one mistake where he put politics first, and he never did it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because
and
that's the
one. You can have a message, but that's not the movie.
Yeah.
The movie has to still be good, and the message secondary. And that
exactly
wasn't wrong.
What movie is that, Nick? We should watch it.
It was like a 1960s like race one or whatever, and I think I forget what it's called, but it was one where he tried putting the message first, and it was the first time and the last time he had ever lost money on a project, and he's like, never again. I'm not doing this again. It was in his book. It's like I forget, but like it was like in the middle of his book that he wrote years ago.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I mean, and like the book you can buy on Amazon or eBay for like $20. It's not a crazy amount. But I would his I would definitely read because his is like really good, even though he's made movies in like the 50s and 60s.
I'm a fan of Roger Corman. Hokey or not, he's a legend.
Listen, one of my favorite filmmakers, dude. Like you know, and you know that's why I'm especially, you know, having a show with you jabronis for so long. You know, I'm a firm believer in we're coming back to the less is more thing. You know, I think especially if Doomsday goes hilarious in the way that Nick was talking, because you know Disney's they're gonna have to do it then. You know, less is more. Roger Corman was the fucking godfather of, you know, spending a couple $1 million and earning 5, 6, 7, 10 times back because it was fucking good. You know.
Yeah. Jeff, the book is called How I Made 100 Movies in Hollywood and Never Lost a Dime.
I will read that book. You know what? I got way too many Audible credits. Let's see if it's on.
Well, okay. This one is not on Audible because it has not, like, it's never gotten there. You have to actually, like, read the book.
Oh, I forgot how to read. Shit.
No!
Like, I'm not gonna lie, folks. I just guessed what these words are in Wokebusters. Like, you know, I hope it makes sense. I know how to draw. I'm just like, I'm gonna draw a big blue naked guy in the middle of Portland, Oregon. That'll work.
Oh god. But yeah, no, that's the book. Highly recommend it. Yeah, like I think it's like $30 on Amazon right now or something. It's not that much. Oh no, it's even less. Sorry, paperback's even less. But no, get it and read it. And that's like, I think it was in the middle of the book, and I remember reading it. Like, I just remember the name of the movie, but like that's one thing he said. I was like, that's really poignant. But he's the one who did the whole thing about the monsters, where it's like you wouldn't see the full monster until the last act of the movie or even the last quarter of the movie. He's the one who made that a thing. He did the mockbusters with doing Piranha when Jaws was a thing. Like, he invented that shit. Like, even he insulated himself with doing the Slumber Party Massacre movies by having a woman director and a woman writer, so there wouldn't be a controversy.
Yeah, but that lady also knew how to throw the right amount of nudity in her movie. Like,
oh, of course, 100%.
You know, if we're gonna talk, like, American Psycho is directed by a woman, Mary Harron. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Wayne's World, all these great movies. Like, to me, a great director, you don't really like. Yes, great directors have hallmarks. But like a great artist, you don't go, this was drawn by a man or drawn by a woman. You just go, oh, that's a great piece of art. And so when I can see that a movie like Elizabeth Banks makes it very obvious she's got an agenda, but like Penelope Spheris never did, and she directed great shit. Like her movies are much better than what you get from today. So the lady that directed Summer Party Massacre gets a thumbs up in my book because that movie is shitty and awesome. Like, I love how bad that movie is.
Yeah, it's bad in the best way.
By the way, this is the meme that I think is the visual representation of the comic book industry. It is all
also the visual representation of Hollywood as well too.
Yeah, but it's all self-inflicted.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, dude, it's serious, and it's crazy. Well, that's obviously it's funny now because our show is gonna be a marker of how long it lasted, right? Because the show came out of fucking Star Wars doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and there was this, you know, shit, we was in it, baby. You know, there was this immediate pushback to the concept of criticism. And, you know, and comic books had all, people who pay attention to that shit. This is why people who have degrees in history is an important thing, right? Like, comic books were going through that shit right before movies were, you know, because we were talking about that shit, you know, and it was just, you know, shit like Civil War II, and you know, it's just so fucking like they refuse to accept it. Like, this was, you guys did it to yourselves. You can't tell someone to not give you money and then be like, well, then you're just not, you don't love it. Like, bitch, it wasn't good. You have to admit at some point that it's a possibility that the thing that you are going to ground over as a provider of comic book entertainment wasn't good. And that's how you know that shit's fucked up. If you can't even admit that you might be wrong, boom, everyone's gonna reject it. They're gonna reject it automatically.
And I'm glad that a lot of people are rejecting this stuff. I'm glad that a lot of people are making it known. And these movies and these dumb things, these movies that underperform, are a reflection of that. So, folks, continue to vote with your wallet. Go out there. If you're going to see a movie you want to support, go see it in theaters. Cool. If you think it looks like crap, no one's forced you to. The age of being guilted into seeing a piece of art, well, let me rephrase that, because these people aren't making art. They're making shit. But the days of people guilting you into going to see a movie are over. We have real issues, real concerns. And look, Spider-Man's going to make a bunch of money next week. It's going to continue to make money. It'll probably be the biggest movie of the year so far. I haven't seen it. I haven't been following every trailer, but I'll tell you this. I'm not hearing Tom Holland talk shit about people. All I'm seeing is him going on Hot Ones and puking or talking about whatever or like being a part of fan stuff. I think that guy is
secretly getting married.
Yeah, well,
good.
It's
for
a mistake.
him.
Nobody's perfect. I wouldn't marry Zendaya, even if there was a gun to my head, but whatever. Not my cup of tea. Oh, look, I want a woman with more than one expression. You wake up in the morning, go to bed, sex. Like, come the fuck on. That's the Zendaya look, and I don't want that.
Zendaya look. Oh my god, that's funny as shit. I mean, my guess is it's going to be a giant introduction into Avengers Doomsday. That's my guess for Spider-Man.
Well, yeah.
Like, That's
why I think Doomsday is going to be good, because I think Spider-Man is going to be the best movie overall of the year, and they're just repeating the Iron Man thing. It's going to be that. We're going to have some. I think specifically it's going to either be. What did I say when we went to see it and they showed the trailer? It's going to either be Doom or it's going to be shit, whatever. It's going to be one of the Avengers being like, we need some shit. We need you. So that's my call.
Look, I'm going to go in objectively, but I'm low-key interested, like kind of excited, because it's Spider-Man. That's my favorite character. So I don't have to be some fake internet guy. I hate everything. I like Spider-Man. The last one wasn't that bad. So we'll go in. Hey, if you're coming in from a movie that you enjoy, there's no reason to be hyped. Actually, do whatever the hell you want. Be hyped. Don't be hyped. Take a shit in a box and send it off. I don't care what you do. It's not my place to judge. I'm just here to entertain you guys with my best friends every week. We've been doing it for a decade, and we're on the march to episode 500. I don't know. We'll give you an update about next week, because I'm going to Michigan to visit Dion. He'll be out of town that night, so he won't even be here. And then I'll be getting prepared for the stuff. So we'll let you guys know. I just wanted to make an early announcement that we might not possibly be here next week. So don't go to bed sad. Take care of yourselves. Have a nice, nutritious dinner and watch some world-class bullshitters reruns.
And make sure you wash your tights.
Yeah. Oh. When I say be excellent to each other, the audience knows that means to be clean, because if you're not excellent to somebody by stinking, that's horrible. Like, if you're going to a con, Nick, you and I are going to go to Dragon Con, and I'm going to go to Ollie's, and I'm going to start handing these little bad boys out to everybody. Lots of deodorant.
I'm right there with you. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much more clear to be about like conventions and stuff. It's like these nerds have just never
that joke in King of the Hill.
Yes,
because like it's one of those things where like everybody makes that joke, and like I think what needs to happen is now if somebody walks by you and they smell the smell of BO, you need to point it out and be like, dude, go. You need to actually talk to the person and be like, dude, go wipe your ass. Like, we need to start shaming people in public again.
It's called stink shame, Nick. Instead of kink shame, it's stink shame. We should shame everything.
No, we should. No. I think if you do that, people.
Let's go clean that shit up.
Yeah, no, I think it needs to happen. We need public shaming of like, dude, you smell like shit. Like, go take a shower. That needs to happen.
Because if you got enough money to go to a con that costs $150 to $200 to get a ticket, your ass can afford a shower. Don't give me that excuse. It's not like we're picking on poor people or people that can't get access to this stuff. If you can get to a con, you can get to a shower. I think, Nick, what we should start doing is we should come up with the mobile shower bus. And it basically, what it is if some stinky dude comes to the con, you spray him with a fire hose. You give him a little bar of soap and a thing, and you're just like, all right, we're gonna let her rip. Get those pits clean.
Nah, man, you might get those portable showers they have for camping stuff. We'll rent one. We'll leave it in the park.
Or you just have
fire drain.
Get bars of soap and deodorant and just have them sit on the table.
Yep.
Yeah, but they can't. If they put the deodorant on while stinky, they'll smell like BO and deodorant. If we spray them with a fire hose, it'll be funny.
It just reminds me of Pulp Fiction.
Get a 2-shower trailer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, to keep the press off us. You know, if it's two different whatevers, we alternate. You know, we don't mix everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's over in the outback. They let us park it over there. Quick shower. Then you can roll with the bullshit.
I'm telling you, man, we are going to single-handedly bring back the con culture because we've eliminated the scourge of stink. You know what we should do? Nick,
roll class. Yeah, bring a little class. Changes there.
Let's go buy a back stock of cheap soap, and then let's start going and calling ourselves stink busters, and we just hand shit out to people. Like, please wash your ass, wash your ass, wash your ass,
wash your ass.
Like I don't get it. Like by the end of the day, if I haven't taken a shower at least once, I'm like, I need to take a shower. Like I don't get the whole. I've been sitting here for 4 days of my own stench, and I'm totally cool with that. Like I
no,
can't
especially
make it through a day
dude, especially
I need to go clean myself.
Well, like Dragon Con, especially because you're in downtown Atlanta, and it's like 80 to 95 degrees every day outside. Even if you're inside the hotel where it's like somewhat air conditioned, you're still like shoulder to shoulder with people, and there's like body heat happening, and like you're still uncomfortable. You know, it's like it's weird how people will still like not wash their ass. And like all of them come in from all over the world. And there's like 80 to 100,000 people in just downtown Atlanta. It's like you have a room that you're probably sharing with 4 other people. You have a bathroom. Just fucking wash your ass. It's really easy. The hotel provides you with towels and soap. I don't understand like what the disconnect is. I'm not understanding this.
It's like 110 here. I get up in the like, especially now I'm on vacation for the summer. I get up, I go to the gym, I get home from the gym, and I take a shower because I know I fucking stink because I've been sweating at the gym. And then by the end of the evening, I've been in and outside a couple times, just whatever. It's 110, 115. I'm like, I need to shower again because I've been sweating again because it's hot as fuck here. Even at night, it's like 90-something degrees at midnight. It's like, come on, man. If I can do it, you can do it. And if you can change, and we all can change, and everybody can change.
Look,
but I think Jeff, you're onto something. We need to have the truck with the mobile showers. You charge like a couple of bucks or something for them to do it, and then just that's it.
We'll start with a two stall shower, just like they have at campgrounds, like shit, like speedways and shit. And you just park it near a drain, charge for use.
Now, for altruism, do we let homeless people take showers for free since it cleans up the street literally?
I mean, they're just going to shit themselves later that day anyway.
Sure, why not?
All right, I'm just saying, like, if you can afford a con ticket, it's $10 to take a shower.
That's fine.
That includes soap.
People, yeah, you hook up homeless people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why not?
I would say if there's a dude on the street that's like, bro, you want to take a free shower?
Yeah. Stop quoting shit from my guy. God damn it!
Hey, we'll just
you have 2 or 3 of your own guys. Dion.
If they roll up wearing that fucking badge that shows that they spent a shitload of money to get into that con, they got to pay for the shower. But if they're rolling up with a shopping cart and clothes that they've been wearing since about 1983, then yeah, they can get a shower for free.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We become hippie activists. We're just showering America.
Yeah,
we single-handedly cause a water
shortage. Hey man, sometimes a small sign of kindness will go a long way, brother.
Yeah, we're bringing back good hygiene.
We're bringing back good hygiene.
It's not a greeting.
Well, we turn a little profit. We turn a little profit on the back end. Who cares? And everybody's happy.
Yeah, right. That's the American way. You know?
We'll be filthy rich by cleaning up everybody. Nick. Just saying, man.
Instead of a Coke and a smile, it's a shower and a smile.
Shower and a smile. There you go. We'll make cheesy used car ads for our stuff.
Oh,
and you smell like shit. Do people not like you? Shower here.
Yeah. You know those I voted stickers? We'll give
Yeah.
everybody an I showered sticker
Boom.
right at the end.
World-class bath showers.
Yeah. All right. We should actually do this, Nick. We'd be internet famous by Christmas.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We would. We park it
We'll
all
go
the
from the T level to the B level of celebrity. We're
There you
on
go.
T
We
right now.
Yeah. We go. We just roll up to all the big major city Comic Cons, and yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Wash your ass. That's our slogan. Wash your ass and brush your teeth.
Scrub
There
your
you go.
balls. Let's go.
Your balls.
All right, folks.
Oh my
I think
god.
we've reached a natural conclusion because if not, we're going to start pitching other business ideas. Hell, we might make $1 trillion from this shit. We'll do our podcast from our outer space little.
Oh shit! That
reminds.
reminds me. Speaking of Dragon Con, you need to get the ribbons done.
Yes, I do. Custom made ribbons. We'll
Yeah,
be
the
giving
ribbons
out
Giving out ribbons.
Yeah. I did look up to get a custom made. If you look at tonight's logo, by the way, real quick, we have a neon sign in it. I'm thinking about getting one made for the back wall.
Yeah.
And if they're not bad, I was going to get us all custom neon signs to put behind us just so we can have them and look cool. We'll be world class.
Sure. There's
So-
I mean, like, luckily now you can get the neon sign look with some LEDs, and like it's like 1/10 the cost now. So it's it's a good idea for sure.
Half the Instagram reels I send Nick is from a company that makes neon signs. So
You can send me those reels too. I'd like to be in on the colorful nature of your
I know
jokes.
that guy.
that Korean dude, yep.
Yep.
So is there anything else you guys want to say before we put this very long episode to bed?
Free AM.
No.
All right. So folks, thank you for watching. I'll be back on Tuesday, but I'll have a video tomorrow because we're going to talk about this Infinity Vision. I need some time to collect my thoughts and laugh at Disney a little more. But folks, be on the lookout. Right now, if you go over to stealingsolo.com, you can get a copy of The Power of the Farce right here. So it is the sequel to Stealing Solo. You guys love Stealing Solo. The book has been shipped all over the world countless times. So now is your chance to get the sequel. I am in production of Frankenfisher already because I'm making this announcement. I've talked about this with everybody in my life. I will at least have this book fully funded and ready to go before Spaceballs 2 comes out because I read their synopsis. I do not want to be associated with copying anything from Spaceballs 2 because that's bullshit. It's not world class. But to avoid that problem, I've been getting up every day to work on Frankenfisher, and the outline is complete. I have the action scenes done. Is the sheet of paper here too? Is this it? You can't even tell what this is, but this is like the first idea for a zombie action scene. So you got to be on the lookout for Frankenfisher. I am working on it right now. But don't worry, I haven't even started the promotional campaign for Stealing Solo 2. We're going beyond just little live stream plugs. It's not enough in the modern day. So folks, thank you for watching. I'll be back next time with more. Until then, be smart, be safe, be cool, but most importantly, always be excellent to each other.
.com?
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.